What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
River calls, not just from me, but from everybody. All right. So here we go. I'll go first. This should be fold, 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 fold. Queen 10 should be the open. Um, and Queen 10 is a good open raise. He open limps. That's okay. You don't have to have a raise or fold strategy in the small blind. You can have limps. I don't, in a cash game. And the ace queen should absolutely raise him here. Anywhere 3.5, 3.5, 4 big blinds. Those are all good numbers. Checks. That is overly cute and unnecessary, and there's no good reason to do that, I don't think. All
I
right.
agree.
Yeah. Okay. So they get to see the flop, and this is a funny flop. So bets 2 big blinds. This is, with the rake, that's probably he's just betting pot. I'm going to assume, I guess, a guy who plays this passive is trying to trap from in position, and so he's just going to call, I'm guessing. Yep. No, he goes for the raise straight up. Uh, Queen 10 with the queen of hearts, can't fold yet. Gotta lose.
No.
He's got to lose 3 more big blinds. He can easily fold the turn. Um, and the worst thing in the world for him would be to hit a queen, but he doesn't know that. But he does need to call.
Oh yeah, true.
He could pick, I mean, he could pick up a jack of hearts, a king of hearts, a 10, and a queen that kills him. He's got a lot of good cards that could come for 3 big blinds. They're deep
Yeah.
enough. There we go. 9. Check. Let's see how big the bet is. 5. All right. So what is his range? Your queen 10 looking at this, you say
ace
the
queen
guy's got a lot of
dimes.
ace X, probably weak X because he didn't raise. He's got a lot of ace X. When he has a draw, you block a bunch of the combo draws, but there's lots of heart draws he can have. And when he has a straight draw on this board, on the original one, it's queen jack is the worst one, and you'd think somebody would raise a lot of their queen jacks, and they might not raise their 7/8s, 8/9s if they were on a draw, and the draws just come in, or it's a pair, and he continues to bet it, which if it was a 9, he might back off. I think it's time to stop losing money.
Yeah, I don't think you like having a
And
heart. I don't think you like having a queen.
yeah, I think it's time to fold now. Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
For a comedy check raise.
Wild West, blind versus blind.
Right. So we think that this size is terrible unless he's going to blast the fuck out of the river. And his whole point here was to get called here.
Yeah, this is like one of those mergy raises, isn't it? Where you're, I guess, trying to get very weak hands to fold, who very weak drawing hands, which no one should fold to this size based on a raise on the flop,
Right.
realistically. And you're trying to cap them by just letting them call, right? And you fold if they re-raise you again, or you cap them if they call, and as you said, potentially blast river.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
I think
weird.
this is, go on. You were still saying, Richie.
I was just saying that, yeah, it's a bit weird, right? Because you wouldn't imagine the ace queen have an ace queen here because you would have thought they raised. So both of them are really in quite a unique
Yes.
play, right? This is just both of them are playing, as you said, Wild West, blind v blind, right?
Yeah. His aces, the big blind's aces should be weak aces.
Yeah.
But we don't have to have weak aces. We could have done this with ace king and ace ace.
Yeah.
Here, because if you have a limping range, ace ace is in it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I for all the reasons that you said, this raise size is terrible unless he has a 2-street plan for it.
Yeah.
If he has a 2-street plan for it, it's not terrible. Might not be good, but it's not terrible. But if this is his 1-street plan, this is a terrible thing to do. Let's see what his plan is and how it works out. Ace queen is now unhappy, but not folding to this size, and is going to see.
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
wow,
now he can
okay.
change his mind about his plan. So we don't, so when he bets 15 here, we don't know what his plan was.
Yeah,
No, exactly, yeah.
You know, because if this was his plan all along to bet 15 on the river, you know, without hitting this card, then this is a terrible plan.
Yeah, yeah. You're not going big enough against the range you've potentially capped them to, right? Most people will call this, apart from
Okay.
the draws that have missed. Um,
Are you
so
gonna
yeah.
call, are you gonna call ace high here? Are you gonna call a weak ace high here and just go, oh, well, for this size?
I do better
It's
race.
tough. So if we're not have ace queen two here, weak ace, I think, yeah, this is like, wow, what is going on here? This is a very
You have,
mergy
I'm gonna
play by
give
them.
you, let's see, what hand makes sense here? You've
Yeah,
got ace, you've got ace five of clubs here.
ace five, okay. I
Taking-
think I would call it
Yeah,
because
right?
it's just so
Yeah.
odd. Like, you know,
It's fine.
yeah. I don't know if it's a profitable call because it's such a unique, I guess, tree that we've ended up down. But I think I would call here because it's just the story doesn't add up, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I would call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose most of the time, but am I gonna lose 70? Am I gonna lose less? Am I gonna lose more than 25% of the time? I don't think so.
the
I don't
question
know.
I would
Yeah.
have here is it's if as villain 271, do I have an imposition value raise?
You might.
So with
And
the ace
it's
queen, you mean now, or but still
Yeah.
sticking with the hypothetical ace five?
with
we-
the
we're
ace
gonna-
queen, it's a little
we're betting
down
uncomfortable,
this
but
side.
it might be a place where we have to take a value raise.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah.
And it's what we got here? We got busted draws he has. We have three to a straight, but we've got top two.
Yeah, a lot too.
You've got and then you've got a sizing that doesn't scream set
Or straight.
Straight. Yeah.
or straight. Uh,
So you've just counted a previous two pair, really, and that's what you're trying to get called by.
I feel
And
like
it-
it's bit.
I think you need to have an obligatory value raise here and fold to a shove.
So
I
you,
think I like your logic. I think it makes sense. But
Yeah,
yeah,
off
that's the
this
problem. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
the
Now we're
odds.
now we're in hell. So, but
The odds
I
are, like,
I still
clear.
don't think it's a bad play. I think you need to make this play, but now you're in hell.
yeah.
And I would fold. He would have
24%.
yeah,
You get to think
I would not have made this call.
Look at how well I played it.
I would just be sitting there being like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah. Okay. So at
Maybe
this
like-
raise, at this raise size, he's desperately asking for a call and he's leaving enough room that
To
when the guy
fold.
raises, you know, because if he did this to 65 and got raised the other 20 and goes, okay, well, now I know I'm beat. That's, you can't fold
mean-
for 20 there, or you shouldn't.
What's the price he's being offered here? 24%.
Yeah, an extra 50 bigs.
Yeah,
right?
so
Yeah.
What is it?
he kind of made it. That was the problem with your idea, is there isn't enough real depth to fold behind.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
What are you trying to say, Dan? Sorry.
Oh no, I was like trying to do for the odds because I'm just like
Yeah.
it's like 20 something percent. I mean, you would need to think of like like what 15 combos that you that they're bluffing or you're beating.
Yeah.
I think this is just so street that this is purely player dependent if you call or fold, right?
I mean, it's only dang.
Like every street has been
Turn.
very
I guess they
well,
could have raised the
street poker.
turn. Min raised the turn with king jack 8. 8-7 is there too. Oh, actually,
8-7 is there, and 8-7 makes sense.
8-7. Yeah,
He could, because he check raised when the 9 came. 8-7 makes
Yeah.
sense. 9-9 is not likely. 6-6 is possible. Ace,
Flush
ace,
shot.
and
I don't
Like-
think the flush shot even matters just because they wouldn't. I don't think they would raise on a. Well, yeah, they would
Alright.
probably block control with hearts here.
all right, Larry, here's you, and I'm gonna, we'll see if when what this guy limp, let me see if I can just show his limp. I can't, not without, seeing everything.
Okay.
Oh, now, like, I know this because this is the same player, isn't it? So he's a broken stack and he's limping, is it? Is this the same player or is it does it switch
No, no,
each hand?
there's no reason to think it's the same player.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Fair
because,
enough.
well, it could be though. I mean, because I have 201 and I have 194, so this could be the same player a little bit later. We don't know.
Yeah, but we
Alright.
don't know. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So,
Oh, boy.
Alright.
Yeah.
okay, are we gonna, okay.
So here's how we're gonna do it.
There's an exercise where we don't show their cards, but this is, there is an
well,
exercise where we can do this.
Yeah, what we're gonna do though is, we're gonna play as one of them, and the one we're gonna play is, we're gonna be the big blind.
I was gonna say
Because
that's
he's the
most
one who hasn't
logical.
played it wrong. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
show the cards and everybody put your hand over. Don't look at what villain 270 has. We're gonna see it now. Okay,
270.
we have queen nine, we have queen nine. That's what we know. We have queen nine off. So
Okay.
with the 9 of diamonds. So we played this, so we're fine here. We didn't need to raise. So
Alright, so out of position checks. I think he's probably gonna bet here. He checks back.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so now we've got a queen. We can bet anywhere from, I don't know, I'd probably put in like 1.5 here.
he checks,
Cheeky, so
which
I
we
would
don't
take-
hate because does this guy bet all of his yeah,
well, the argument I think is that a short
have to-
stacked limper plays more face up.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna call this size.
Yeah.
And, this is a brick river.
What were we? Queen
ranges
nine,
are
did you
wide.
say?
Queen nine, queen
Okay.
nine is I think we have the 9 of diamonds.
I would check.
Yeah.
He bets half for being offered 25%. We would have to give him the ability to have a delayed C bet. Generally not gonna see that again. In, at least still king. At this price. Probably call.
Yeah, I think I would call this. This player could have anything, right? But they're wow. Okay, I wouldn't do that. I would call. I
What?
suppose if you're doing that, you go bigger unless you're really confident. But I just don't know what reads you could have to be able to do a play like this.
I don't know why
Um,
possibly do this.
This doesn't really serve much purpose, right? I
No.
mean,
Yeah.
this is a stupid
Well,
plan.
that's hilarious. That
The
is actually
perfection.
hilarious.
The surgical perfection of this is
Wow,
is almost Plossil-esque.
this is pot ripper.
Apostle-esque.
Yeah.
What's
New
Plossil-esque?
word Tuesday.
I haven't heard that word in my life. What is that?
Yeah. That is a
Plossil-esque?
reference to Mike Postle. I'm sorry, it's your word. I'll shut up.
Mike Plossil was a player who was involved in a very large scandal at
Oh, was this the guy where he was looking at his phone at the table? Is that the Mike?
Yeah.
this is the
Yeah,
guy
okay.
who, just so we don't get sued, allegedly
Crotch theory optics.
Allegedly.
cheated
okay.
in every way. He absolutely did it allegedly. And
and
the courts did not do anything about it. They,
Oh,
they didn't want to take the civil suits. The civil suits didn't go anywhere. There was no criminal action. It didn't really go anywhere. Also COVID kind of saved his butt.
it's crazy because like the videos I've seen, he was like it was live stream, just looking at your lap constantly, basically.
His plays make no sense in poker, but go try and explain that to a jury.
especially the PLO hands. My gosh,
Yeah, I don't remember the PLO hands. I only remember the hold'em hands. But yeah.
take forever to look at his phone.
But there we go. So this raise on the river seems cray cray to me. It worked. It seems terrible. This guy's play is just bad for all the reasons it's bad. All right, up
Yeah.
next is Richie. Don't look at me, don't ever. look at me.
I only saw your hand, I
Okay,
believe,
good. I didn't
J2.
see either. Okay. So there's a raise, there's the call.
Okay, you folded. Okay.
I'm gonna let you be the big stack. here.
So yeah, you're allowed to call this on the big blind against a broken stack and have him behind position.
You're not the big blind.
Realistically,
No, you're the big stack. You're the.
yeah, so on the button, sorry. You're allowed to do
Button,
this,
yeah.
right? It's
Yeah.
obviously there's potentially strong players behind who push you off. You tend to do it more with weaker players, keeping them in, but you have a weaker player early. So yeah, I think this is fine.
So
So
I'm gonna show the cards.
I'm covering villain, and again, I don't know what they
Right, you got the king, queen. All
Okay,
right,
king, queen, king of spades,
Eight of
queen of
diamonds, okay.
diamonds. Okay.
right.
Cool. Yeah, so
But we
this
think
is
this is a
fine.
better raise. We think this is a better raise than a call against against a broken stack. We think this is an even better raise than a call.
Yeah, so I don't know. This is one stuff I'm unsure about because he's a broken short stack, right? He's not like a broken larger stack. So if you're raising, there's a chance they shove above you and you can't really call a shove. So if we are raising what, we're going 7 maybe to stop, keep it heads up, but then you're leaving them short, basically an SPR of nearly 1. It's not quite. It's like 1.5, right, for them.
Yeah.
So it's a
And
really weird play. I don't know.
so here's the other thing bad about it. So if we looked at this in a tournament at 25, you could just jam your king, queen, but you absolutely don't want to jam with the hundreds behind you.
Exactly, yeah.
So you can't do that. And raising to 25 is, psycho in terms of what you cause behind you. If we had we could look if we had a complicated tournament chart that we don't have access to, just look at a ICM world where you could get these differing stacks.
You want to, oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a bit like with us calling, you're potentially letting other people in or getting raised off, right? And etc. If you raise, then obviously if someone behind you re-raises, you're way beaten, you're just folding out. If they shove, you probably have to fold. You can't really call king, queen offsuit. I don't know. Would you call 25 king, queen offsuit against 25? You think we can?
That's what I think you can. That's what I think you can.
If they just call, then and you've 3-bet, say like 7 bigs, then you're in this 1.5 SPR type of situation, which like they can just shove a lot on most flops, and you're not going to be able to do much unless you've hit.
Here's what I was thinking about this spot. So you have the short stack who raises, and then you're in position. And so if you raise, you can raise, let's say, you want to ISO, and you raise it a smallish size because of the size of his stack. Now you do have the big stacks behind you, but you're kind of protected because of his short stack. So it's like if you raise to like 5.5, the other stacks really can't get cute because they still have to
'Cause he doesn't have to
fade the villain, the original raiser, shoving, and then they're stuck with a whatever hand they raised with, and having to call off with potentially weak hands.
So you technically downsize your 3-bet because of the broken stack, but you're not allowing the others to get in cheaply. They either 4-bet you or call unprofitably, probably, or less profitably is probably the way to put it.
They have to call 5. They have to call what would be a big raise. It's like a limp ISO. You're ISOing him.
So if they then only have to call 3 more, it's 22. You're both 5, 10. So you're getting an SPR to like 2, 2.5, which is better than 1, 1.5, isn't it? Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably
that's really good.
Mathematically, probably. I don't know, but what you're saying makes more sense. I think that seems right.
Yeah. Now, we just observe, just for fun, that when the cutoff raises to 2 and we've got 25 big blinds in a tournament, our correct play on the button is a lot of calling with king, queen.
Yeah, but no rake here, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. What if we do go to...
And there's an ante and all that. Just saying, so with that. And then when he jams, you fold the king, queen. So he does this. Now let's play it out.
Okay, so am I guessing what the short stack's doing?
No, you're just gonna play as the big stack because you know your hand.
Okay, yeah,
So he
that's fine.
checks.
So he checks. We have a marginal hand. I can't remember what suits we had. Was it King of Clubs, Queen of Spades, or something? Was that what it was?
I'll take a look right now. I'm
2
gonna open it
seconds,
up.
I'll clover.
Don't
Yeah.
look. Nope.
Oh,
nope,
King
nope,
of Spades, Queen of Diamonds. Okay,
no club.
so we got no flush draws, so we do really just have a marginal hand as it stands at the minute. I think we just check this. I don't think we want to bet because if they shove us or raise us, we would likely have to fold. So I think we just check it.
Yeah.
Like I know if we're playing our range, we could have some ace suited, but it's usually the weaker ace suited. So I would say even if we had an ace here in our range, you would be checking some. So I think checking here is fine. Okay, and then we see what Fillin does now with this card. They bet 1. Okay. So what are they doing with a bet 1? They likely don't have an ace, or it is a very weak ace. So it's either a draw or a pair below. So they could have Queen X, they could have pocket pairs. I don't think it's much more than that. So I then consider raising here now. The problem is if they then do go over the top, I'm a little bit concerned, but I call 1. The pot is 6, 7.5. They're left with 24. And this isn't play for their stack hand strength. I'm really torn between just a call or a small raise here. But what would you go? You would go what, 4, 5 bigs if we're raising? You don't just do like one of these silly min raises.
What hands do you want him to have when you do your raise?
A weaker queen is the main one, or a pocket pair between the queen and the 6s. So you're looking for 7s plus, right? So
Right.
7, 8, 9s. They could have jacks, but yeah, 7, 8, 9s to jacks, right? So but then you're potentially folding off their bluffs, but are they going to go small again on the river if they do bluff?
The only hand that I really want, the only hand class that I want to put in more money here is against Jack 10.
And the flush draws, sorry, yeah, the draws. I should have
Straight
said the
draws,
flush draws.
straight draws and flush draws. Those are the only hands that I want to make sure he puts in more money now. Otherwise, all those other hands, I don't care if I bet here or if I raise here or the river. I mean, he folds some of them or what. And so with
Yeah.
that, and given that he can have a weak ace, I think I call.
Okay.
But I can see why the raise is good, but it shouldn't be a huge raise. So
No,
Right.
I agree.
and he
Um,
agrees with you.
I do think calling's fine. Obviously, we're never folding. I
Yeah.
was just, and
Yeah.
another race comes out, and now the flush comes out.
Yeah.
And obviously, if the flush does come out, you can still call a reasonable size river as well, right? Like you can always call a 1, for example. I don't think
Yeah.
we can raise. And you could still potentially win this pot, where if you had raised previously for 4 or 5 bigs and then they call and this exact run out happens, i.e. another ace or a flush draw things, you're not so happy calling. So if they do then donk the river, should I say.
Great.
Yeah, so and this would have probably folded to a raise, and this is what
You
we're
got one.
keeping it.
You got one more big blind than you would have. I think if you raised there, I think he folds.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
What would the majority of people do there, just out of curiosity? Because I was unsure. It felt like we should be trying to get more value, but at the same time, we were very vulnerable because we were marginal.
Yeah, I was thinking on the river after that action, I was considering you could probably go for very thin value. I mean, you're right, he would have folded this hand, but the player may call you with worse queens.
Yeah.
If they somehow got here with jacks or tens, they might look you up with bet on the river. But
So
I think in game I'm like you. I'm like I probably should just bluff catch and just call. But I was
Yeah.
considering you could go for thin value here.
so
Yeah.
you wouldn't raise the turn, but you would consider a thin value raise on the river because they're
Yeah.
kind of slightly
Because of his
capped with their
size.
small sizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
this don't,
sense. That's
doesn't feel like any
probably
ace. This doesn't feel like any ace or any flush at this size.
yeah. That does make sense and could potentially be more profitable than the turn raise. And then you fold like it's an awkward situation because we've literally just seen someone. I know it was blind v blind and that was just Wild West, but we've literally just seen someone shove the previous one for with us
Mhm.
against the raise, and then you kind of probably have to fold if they do shove. But
Yeah.
yeah. So what would you go? What, about 5 here
Yeah,
or
something
4?
small. Just a thin value raise of yeah, like maybe five might even be too much. You
I
know,
like
I was
four.
thinking four or five seems about right. And if he jams, then yeah, I guess you just fold.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Mike. All right, let's go to the next hand. And we will see what the action is. There's a raise, there's a call. I'm gonna fold. And so these guys are both there. So you're gonna play as villain 272.
Okay, I'm covering him.
Yeah, so cover the
Cover
button
the button.
and let's see what he's got. All right. Ace,
Ace
diamond,
six.
ace
Ooh,
six,
okay. I
diamond heart.
probably wouldn't raise it, but we'll go. Expanding my range because there's a fish somewhere. Yeah, the
Yeah,
big small blind
in the big blind.
and the button's pretty wide. So I
But
don't
no,
know.
the button's ridiculous. Oh my gosh.
I probably not raise the A6, but here we go. What were the suits, by the way? Did you see them? I saw a
Uh,
heart.
diamond spade.
There was a heart and a diamond.
I'll look at it again. Diamond.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Diamond heart.
Uh, I mean, typically I would check range here a lot, but since it's this player and we see that he's just kind of been ridiculous over his 11 hands, assuming he has been ridiculous and that he hasn't just had a really good distribution.
It's really, really
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, but he's got no, he's
It's
got
ridiculous.
73-9.
Yeah.
I might default to a C bet instead of checking range.
Mm.
But he checks, which is reasonable. And ace, a diamond, six of hearts. And we face this. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to fold. I'll continue with the ace and the six. And I would check. Okay, thank you.
Ace
And
high is
I'm
awful.
gonna check and then evaluate the size if he bets.
Okay.
Because
I
I
like that.
might call down with ace high.
All right. So he's turned his ace into a value bluff here. And now we see, now we get to, now we're gonna see the cards. So
Uh,
so we get to make his decision. Now, because now the only, we've already seen what he did, which I
I
think
don't know
that,
if you can hear me because I think my internet's getting sloppy. I didn't hear anything you said, Scotty.
I just said, I'm giving you 6-5 now to decide what to do with, because what we know about this hand is that this guy, you were saying you were gonna go into check call mode depending on size. But because he bet, now you're stuck with this decision. What do you want to do with the what do you want to do with the 6-5 here? That, by the way, you would never be here with. But you can still apply principles. What do you want to do? Are you cut out again? Did you die? Oh, Mike died. All right. Mike's gonna say, I wouldn't be here, so I don't need to play as this guy.
That is pretty much right. The case is it wouldn't be here. But the question is then, I guess, with ace six rather than the 6-5, do you like their sizing for bluff value, right? Like if you're going for value here, let's say the flush, or if you think your jack is good, right? Do you like the sizing? Um,
I don't, I think this is a bad size.
Okay. If
And-
it was value, not bluff.
Oh, if
right?
it was
Do you
value,
want-
sure, it's fine size for value.
Okay. But for bluff, it needs to be bigger, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's wide. When he has
Yeah.
nothing, you beat his nothing.
Yeah.
When he has anything, you've kind of guaranteed he's going to call with it.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
he called with one, two, with third pair. on a
So
flush
the
with
thing
strings.
here as well, right, is if you don't like this sizing as a bluff because you think he's going to call it, then in theory, even our value should also be bigger because if they're going to call the bluff, we also want to go bigger for the value, right?
No, not necessarily. Let's go purely exploitative and not think about what he figures out we're doing.
Okay.
He's going to call 4.5, which we do, then this is a perfect size for value. If he's going to call 5.5, we can go 5.5 for value. There is some number at which he folds this 5. That's
Yeah, I
our
get
bluff
you.
size, and our value size is just below that. But since we don't know those numbers as precisely, we can't say that
I get you. I
is
get you.
bluff, 6 is value, 7 is bluff. We have to go 5 is value, 8 is bluff, or maybe we have to go 4 is value, 10 is bluff. We don't know
Okay.
what those numbers are, but that's the theory on if you are going to split sizes and decide that he's not going to read into it.
I get you.
And then if he's going to
Get
read
you.
into him, you have to be balanced. And you do the same size for value and bluff.
Yeah, that
You
makes
do not
sense.
need to be balanced against this guy.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. No, thanks for clearing that up. So for bluff sizing, then potentially this person folding a 5, are you thinking closer to like 7 then, roughly?
No, I'm thinking
7
closer.
plus
I'm thinking closer to 9.
9, so pot,
9
just
to
above
12.
pot.
Yeah, I'm thinking 9 and 12.
Okay.
And we noticed that when I did this recently, when I did this at 17, I did the pot was 12 and the pot was 13 and I went to 36. The guy still called me with the 5. A guy
Yeah.
we saw that hand the other day. Yeah, so
So yeah, and obviously if we do get called,
Yeah.
like what we take from that hand is we go larger for value, right? So yes, it's disappointing we lost that our bluff didn't get through against this player, but the good thing we can take away from that hand is we now know in this
Yep.
situation that we can go bigger for value because they call with third pair wide, right?
yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Cool. Okay.
as we're going on here, hold on one second.
Also, I don't know if you I don't know if you need it, but you can hide all the hands and then you can just click on the hand if you want it to
Tried that,
pop
it
up.
didn't work. I did that. I'll try it one more time, but I wanted to do that and it didn't work for me. It used to work.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know why
Okay.
it didn't.
What? So if you click hide hands
it's
and
an
you just click on
maybe-
villain 272, it should show it, should it?
That's what I think. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not doing it
Okay,
anymore.
maybe
Might
it's like
be
an
a
maybe it's an
Apple
update.
Windows thing.
Yeah, it used to do it.
Oh, okay. I
Let
didn't
me see
realize
if it
you
does it
were,
on mine out of curiosity, because I've got Windows. I've never tried it.
Yeah. So this guy, Villain 272, who's
Yeah,
playing.
it does it on Windows.
Okay. Yeah. Well, maybe next time I'll bring the database up on Windows. This guy, Villain 272, is playing reasonably. I mean, on this hand, the ace-6 is a reasonable open. It's a little wide, but against this, it's a perfectly good argument. You see that to get to 73, you have to be calling 5-6 offsuit. It's even with only 11 hands, 73 is 2 or 3 standard deviations away. You don't get there. It happens never. Okay, so against this, check, bet 1, got it, ace high, bluff cat, check, check. So you called because you had you called because you had a value hand. Why are you turning a weak value hand into a bluff here? Because you're not betting thin to get called here, are you?
I don't think so. No, I guess. Yeah, I really don't know what this person's thoughts are, because as you said, you're beating the complete air with your ace high.
Yeah.
It's an odd potential blocker bet.
It's not, here's what's not terrible about it, which is you could go against this size, I have outs. And, when I have a little showdown, then it goes check, check. And you go, that's great. And then you decide, I don't think I have showdown anymore. But if you don't have showdown anymore, why'd you call? Just for your 3 outs on the ace? Which are really only 2 are clean? I don't love this call if the play for it is to turn it into a bluff on the river, I think. I don't know. You guys see what my problem is.
Yeah, this is kind of dumb.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just, as you said, it doesn't make sense. If you feel you don't have showdown, then your sizing is wrong, right? Like it's,
But also your
yeah.
call here is wrong. If you don't have showdown, then your call here is wrong.
Hmm. Yeah, odd. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, we're overthinking it.
Yeah, okay, there we go. That's what he did. All right, up next is Daniel. Daniel, I'm
Yes.
going to hide the cards.
Okay, I'll
I'm gonna hide the cards. There we
look
go.
away, I
Hide the
guess,
cards.
or-
All right, I'm not in the hand. We have, once again, we have a limper. Same guy, probably. Probably. No, 8 hands. Different guy, playing the same. Yeah, because he's a short stack. He wasn't short before. Same style.
Should,
I will be folding.
should we be looking at it or no?
No, we're just seeing what they play, so you get to decide who to be. You,
Uh,
oh, I know who you're gonna be. You're gonna be villain 275 because this is the hard range. This is, what do you do against limpers in the small blind? And then if he folds, I'll give you somebody else. So look at 275, don't look at the others. Here we go. You have Jack 5. Oh, you played bad.
Okay.
I was about to say, surely you should be big blind for from a better player point of view, because
I'm
in
not-
small
You're
blind.
You're gonna be big
I
blind.
called from small blind.
You're gonna be big
Okay,
because
what's okay.
you played 8-4 correctly. All right, here we go. Oh no, you're Jack 5. You're nobody. All right, here we go. No, he's got some draws.
Yeah, sometimes I would wait, what was is Jack 5 1 Jack clubs?
You don't know. We don't know. I don't know if that's
Oh, I thought I'm playing
So this
275.
is really more an
Sure.
exercise in rote memorization at this point,
Yes.
right? Okay.
yeah, we'll see.
I just
Um,
wanted to know what we were practicing.
you're gonna be Jack 5, and I will tell you what your Jack 5 is once we see that he calls and he folds. Good. Okay. You have the Jack of clubs. Congratulations on your Jack of clubs.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I would actually if I hit the flop and it's multi-way, I would just lead.
Okay. That's
Like a good amount of times, especially if it's just like
Okay.
a
In a
limp,
limped pot, not in a
especially if it was an open and then it was multi-way, like maybe 3 or 4, and I have a really good hand, but it's like really vulnerable, then I would probably still lead.
right. This hand is
Because
not.
but yeah, I would here would I lead here? No, I think I would just check.
Okay. Check
I think I
that.
would check on a 1 bet. I could call, or I could see like a small raise, but he's really short though. So I still would rather raise to like even like 3, 4.
You have Jack 4 clubs, I like your raise. If you have Jack of clubs with a 4, I like your raise a little more. With the 5,
Mhm.
I really prefer the call. But okay.
If you had a
Okay.
king of clubs, I
just
think it'd be
just 'cause
interesting.
I
King
feel
club-
like
king
yeah,
four clubs.
they're limping range. I feel like I'm still like, they're only gonna hit that queen like once in a while, and I don't think they have over pairs.
Right. So you think
Or-
you're ahead of their
or
limping
close
range,
pairs.
but your 5 is not going to be the best hand on the turn, but it's the best hand.
It might not, yeah.
Okay.
And I could just get like a straight fold if they're just like doing this with like Jack high or 10,
Right.
like something weird. But I think this is fine though.
Yeah.
I'm not always doing that, but
Yeah.
Probably,
So
I'm
those
probably
are
doing this most of the time actually.
arguments for why you would want to turn the 5 into a bluff are okay. Here's my suggestion.
Not
It's I
necessarily
want to say
turning
it's
it
a
into bluff,
bluff.
though.
I'm just trying to
When
deny
you
it.
raise it, when you raise it and you get called, it's a bluff.
N-
No?
No,
Okay.
you can do it for equity denial and
Okay.
I feel like even 3.
Yeah, I would
I could
suggest that of the hands you do that with, that the 3 is a better choice than the 5, and
it's like,
and the kicker wants to be one that he doesn't that he doesn't make 2 pairs with either.
This is
So
an interesting exercise it would be
yeah, like
to
jack
understand what we would
3,
want as
king
our
3.
side card here.
yeah,
That would be the most interesting for
Yeah.
a check raise. I'm gonna think.
One, probably
but
not
it's also
a
weird because he's got a limping range. He limped.
Yeah.
not a jack of clubs is probably not the best
I think the ace
card
of
here.
clubs, which would now gives you wheel draw, overcard, and flush draw.
Well,
I
if
think
you want to
that's a
block
pretty good
the
one.
most queens, you'd probably want to have not the jack of clubs.
But if you had 5 diamond, ace club, I think that's a very interesting check raise
Five
here.
diamond ace club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean that's
you could easily have that here. All right.
yeah, ace 3. It went. I just check
Well,
called,
bet
so
call.
yeah, I would I donk? No, I just wouldn't donk here at this point. I would just check
And he checks.
and see, because I could hit a pretty high club also. I I mean, I actually would I actually don't mind. No, I'd rather check and let them bluff than I don't know if I can value bet a 5 here unless I think they're gonna call with a ace high or king high. But I would just check here again, or maybe even yeah, I would just check.
I love a check call here.
Yeah, check call I think is
Right.
or that if you think they're gonna bluff raise.
Yeah. And he just gets
or
called by
block raise.
a worse 5.
Okay.
And a worse
So,
5
yeah.
matters. You're quicker.
Because that is the bottom of their. They should be opening this, but that is like the. It's like 4 5, ace 5, king 5 is like their what their range should be. So
If they had a larger stack, yeah, but on a short stack, they shouldn't. They should just be folding
okay.
it.
I don't even know how short stack. It's been a while since I used to do short stack back in like California Live.
Yeah, just don't play it.
Yeah, just
yeah.
not worth it.
I would
even
never pay
with
30 bigs in a cash.
Yeah, even with a large stack, it's very borderline, right? You would only be doing this, I would say, against a really weaker table.
I think the person did this so the other person doesn't like bet bigger. I think they were black betting to prevent a larger bet size.
Yep. And
I was
and they did get called by worse.
I was thinking more like I was hoping they would bluff and then I could call a larger bet size, but this is good. They would have checked back, so this is good.
All right, 1 cent, you're up. I'm going to hide the cards. There we go. And there's another, this is does this filter have a limp on it?
I was going to say, it's surprising how many limp pots are going to Showdown.
Let's see if this filter
What
has quick filter. Saw river and called any river bet. Nope.
Oh, this is this is
a
100
limp
NL.
All right, here we go. On what hand?
Yes, 100 NL on ignition. There is limps all the time.
And they're limping this holy.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
That's not a correct strategy.
No,
No, it is
What
not.
happened?
It's
we're on a
wonderful that
different.
they're in there.
We're on a different. We're on a different.
Dang.
We were in a different group of hands. Okay, here we go.
Hey,
You know, I felt like 20.
hey, can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Oh, about it going on.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So here we go. So there's a limp. Tell me.
Good.
Yeah.
Limp memories. Call. Oh, well, 10-3.
Fold. And the call. All right, who do you want to be here? Who do we think has played this the least bad?
This is like
I
Probably the
guess
blood.
the button
269
seems to have the
these-
only reasonable action right now.
is the only one who,
should be really it's
Yeah.
even.
yeah. So, the other two, villain 29.
Alright.
Ace, either. Okay. Ace of hearts.
Uh,
Here we go.
Third,
And raise.
oh, yes.
Call.
Yeah.
The ignition of my car has failed today. I
Yes,
have
exactly.
to say.
Because I was gonna drive to the to Lucky
gonna-
Chances, but instead
play
I
that right now.
because of that. Here we go. So you got A5
On.
on the button. Half pot bets out. He's the initial limper. Oh my gosh.
I would
What's-
probably just fold.
Yeah. I think the fold is great here.
Yeah.
This is a great fold.
I think call is really bad.
Mhm.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
That's not the worst card.
No, it's a good one. Then he checks, and then this guy checks too. I'm gonna check.
Okay. So I like your check here, but let's take a second and think about something. Do either of these guys play a 9 this way?
I don't know if under the gun maybe Min opens like 9-8 suited or a hand like that, and then is scared when two people call on the flop. But I'm not too sure. I don't think too many nines. Maybe ace-9 offsuit as a min raise.
So I think it went, didn't it go limp and then
Limp-
min raise?
Min raise, call. That's what it went.
This hand is
So
really
he
weird.
could absolutely have a 9-8 suited. He could limp a 9-8 suited.
Yeah.
He could limp a 9-7 suited and do this. I'm gonna make one prediction right now. I don't like how villain 269 played it, but I think I think his ace-5 is the best hand right now. From this action, that's gonna be my prediction, is that his hand is the best hand. I could see a 6-6, a 7-7, and an 8-8 playing this way. But I think most of the time his ace-5 is the best hand. Let's see what happens on the river. He goes for the check, which is what you were gonna do, right? 1 cent?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, which makes total sense. You know, multi-way pot, second pair, how good can it be? Okay,
Ah,
6-7 even goes there. I don't think this is a good bluff catching spot. I would just fold.
yeah, it's cool.
Mhm.
Yep.
Me too.
Nice
Yep.
hand.
Yep.
Maniac.
Alright.
Did they
He called.
open or
and he's up against ace queen, which is not what
queen.
we expected to see. And the other guy's hand,
probably still fold though?
Guys,
ace-5 was the best.
This guy calls the flop with king suit.
Yeah, so this is weird.
Oh, it was a limp.
Yeah, he limps ace queen.
I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to fold.
Min raises.
To fold the river.
Alright,
then
so
he doesn't.
his first mistake is if he's going to choose to limp this, he now needs to limp raise.
Yeah,
This
Yeah,
is
I was
horrible.
thinking. I was thinking if it was an open, if they opened, the river could be a call, or probably is a call.
okay. Then check. Yeah,
This hand is an effrontery to everything for cash poker.
Right.
It's making me physically ill.
mhm.
However, this is potentially where we earn our money, right? Apart from obviously limping the button. we
You
should
are
have-
right.
we should
You
have
are
raised,
right.
yeah.
This is why
Everyone
this
should
game
have-
is profitable.
Yeah.
They
Poker's
should
not
have bet-
dead.
We should have bet 6-7 like every time here, I feel like. And
Yeah, this is, it's very likely that I was gonna limp behind here also. You know, I mean, given this play, I wouldn't be in here with the ace five this way. Then I would say my five is probably the best.
I th-
And
I
I'm gonna
think
have
so
to
too.
call some rivers with it.
Would
And
you
then
have called
this-
the river?
This river, it's that
I
size?
feel like
I
this.
don't think so. That's the
I
problem.
feel like every 6-7 would have bet the turn,
Yeah,
and then so the 8
but eight,
wouldn't.
nine,
But it was a limp though. But if it was like an open, I think it's
Yeah.
a lot. I think the river is a lot easier to.
Yeah.
Would be a call.
Okay.
But a limp would be this one I would. This one I would maybe I'd probably fold. I
Adrian,
don't
you're-
know. I would call the station though.
all right. It's Adrian, and I'm going to hide the known cards. Here we go. And unmute yourself, Adrian, if you can. Good, you're there. All right, let's see what happens. A raise to 4. There we go. Now we
Oh,
got something.
So
finally.
why is it, this is a fold, right? Why is it so?
I'm gonna fold because we're playing the hand out for the river. I just don't happen to be in the hand. We're not playing as
We're
many.
playing,
Oh, okay.
we're playing do 7.
Yeah, we're playing
Do
do
seven.
Exactly.
Yeah,
D7
little
game
Venmo,
is
yeah.
on.
Oh my. All right. So the person who played this hand the best is Villain 269. So that's who we're gonna be, right? Okay.
Okay.
So Adrian, you have, don't look at the other hands, put your hand in front of them. You have
Uh.
Queen 10 with Queen 10 of Diamond Club. That's your hand. All right, now let's go on. Yeah, and you can raise Queen 10 from the hijack. That's great. And if 4 big blinds is your open size, you can still raise Queen 10. You
I
do.
don't,
Um,
is it a good open size with queen ten off? I don't know
Queen 10
that.
off? Yeah. I
Oh, no.
wouldn't play Queen 10 off from there, but you could.
I mean,
Okay.
So
I
Queen
don't
10
know what a 4 big blind RFI
Right.
online helps you with.
Yeah.
Right, so let's take a look at this one
It-
thing.
It's certainly openable for 3 and 2.5, but
Yeah, that's what I was gonna look, if it's
for
opening for 3.
12%. This
Yeah,
4
I
is
think
going to
Broadway.
be probably like outside the range.
Yeah.
It doesn't
I
like it
don't
for,
know.
it doesn't like it for.
Doesn't even like 3.
Doesn't like it. at first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Queen
this
10
Outside
off.
the
seems,
range.
A tad bit
this
loose,
doesn't
but it's
seem
not-
profitable long term online.
Exactly. So Adrian, I think that's my first criticism of your play. You shouldn't be opening Queen 10 here, offsuit in the hijack, and especially if your opening size is 4, and you shouldn't be changing your size. But other than that, I'll let that go, Adrian. And now, let's see what else.
Adrian confirmed fish.
yes,
Yeah.
This is gonna be an interesting hand though.
yeah. All right.
Queen 10 off. Do I have a diamond? I think I have a diamond, right?
I will check.
I don't know if it matters.
It was
Close your
Diamond-
You have the Queen of
Diamond Club.
Diamonds. You have the Queen of Diamonds, I believe.
Queen of Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yes, we said it.
Oh, that's not bad. Okay,
Not bad
so
at all.
Queen 10. All right, so call. So let me see here. What is? Oh, he's playing. Oh, look at that 57. So you're playing against 2 blinds, basically, right? All right. So it goes check to you. Is that what happens?
Yes.
Queen 10 is certainly betting here. I would say with a diamond, say 33%. So about 4.
Excellent. I like it. One thing, you correctly saw that these guys are at 67 V pips, but that's on 3 hands. So that just means they played 2 or 3. So that doesn't tell you anything.
Okay.
That's they've played, you know, they've only been here. So he somehow played his first hand, and this guy's played his big blind and a small blind, you know. There we go.
It's calling behind in the small blind. Oh, yeah.
Jets,
Okay. So yeah.
I
So 4.
like your play better than his.
And the broken stacks are a hint that a potential possibility.
Exactly. I like Adrian's play better than this guy's. All right, here we go to the turn.
3 is checking to you. You're playing 2 big blinds here, so that 3 is a little dangerous. I still consider it as a brick because they should be folding out their 3. So I can't hammer it, but I can bet 8,
Good.
which is what I'm going to do.
Yeah, and the other thing is this: when they have a 3, they often if they have a 3, they often would check this flop. On this turn, with a draw heavy board, They're betting
They
this.
might dunk lead. Yeah, they might dunk lead there.
They're not letting another free card come off very often.
Yeah.
So. Ugh.
Oh, it checks.
How can you be so aggressive as to open 4 big blinds with a queen 10 and then be
And then
so
check
passive
the
as to not-
3.
as to never play it?
Yeah, in position. And now 4. Well, and you get a donk lead for 1.
Yes.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna show you both these guys' cards because you have to decide for each of them. You have to decide. We're gonna see.
Oh, man.
King 7. Do you want to call with King 7?
Oh, man. No, I don't want to call King 7.
Okay. Now do you want to call with Queen 10?
I don't have a bluff catch. I don't have a high enough card to, even if he's bluffing, what if he's bluffing with a king or an ace? I don't have a high enough card to bluff catch. I could raise.
You could raise.
I could raise, but I can't call because I can't, a queen doesn't win a showdown. I could raise, but I can't call.
Yeah. You could raise. Come on. Do it. Do it.
You could raise, yeah. You could raise, yeah.
Sorry about the yelling cat.
Raise is an okay play. I mean, it's an okay play.
I like to
It's an okay
play.
Yeah, it's okay.
The raise is surprising to me from a guy who doesn't bet his draws, that he has this weird combination of aggression and passivity.
Now, I will say I would not raise with the queen of diamonds in my hand. I wouldn't raise with a diamond. If I didn't have a diamond, then I could probably raise.
No.
'Cause I'm not blocking their bluffs, right?
Yep.
I don't
No,
want a diamond.
Irrelevant. That's only if they had to call a bet to get here. That's only if they'd been betting. This one, check, 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 check. He has his complete.
No, he bet the flop, didn't he?
No, nobody bet the flop.
He didn't bet the flop?
No. Check, 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 check.
Oh,
So your blockers
Oh.
are irrelevant because
yeah.
they're both here with their, you can't say unfiltered because they bet away some hands.
Yeah.
So I think your diamond is irrelevant. What's
Yeah.
relevant is that he doesn't have this size, that he doesn't,
Yeah.
that he can't do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he's, yeah, I don't, that's just a bad hand. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what to say about that.
And yet I know it's about to happen, which is going to be amazing. He's
He's not going to bluff catch and call, is he?
He's going to bluff, catch, and call.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
He bluff
'cause of the-
catch and he call. Wow. Wow.
Man, today has got some interesting hands.
What plays
Jesus.
this way? What hand?
Interestingly bad.
Pocket
Yeah, I mean,
four-
this is just some shockingly bizarre play.
pocket fours, but pocket fours doesn't bet this big, probably.
Maybe 8s.
I would have assumed a misdraw.
I think his mistake is, I think the way to build this bluff is to bet small turn and then slam river on most
Yeah.
rivers.
Yeah, and the best way to build this bluff is to bet the flop. Get bet the flop. Oh, king 7 calls. You get calls. Bet the
Yeah.
flop
The
on the
turn,
turn, maybe check the turn, and then on the river, bet again.
then you pop it, yes.
Yeah. But definitely bet this flop. Okay. Also, by the way, the king 7 should have bet.
The turn, right? Yeah.
The turn was, yeah. But the king
Yeah.
going for the check here is fine. But now the king 7 should bet this turn. All right. Dean,
Yep.
I give you a poster. Oh, another ridiculous hand.
Well,
And a broken.
jam, just jam anything.
All
That's
right.
the value.
Oh, you are gonna be, yeah, I guess you're gonna be 229. No, you'll be 226.
Don't raise to 2.75, 229.
All right, so
The
the person who's
better
played this
squeeze
hand the best is
That squeeze
229.
size.
So you're gonna be 229, cover up the other hand. You have got 10 of hearts, 8 of spades. Congratulations.
This is just flipping wild. What is going on?
That's so funny. They're like billion 226 limps and then folds the extra 1.5.
Yeah, I don't mind 229's bet here, by the way. So 228 is super capped, and 226 is very capped. Because this isn't a limp. This is a post that
Yeah, I
decided,
don't hate the squeeze. I just don't like the size, really. It's just like an opening.
oh yeah, you're right. The size is terrible. We'll look to see what this guy thinks is worth this and then not worth it again. Okay, here we go.
And 37 big blinds effective.
Right.
Squeezer, bet,
Yeah. What size?
small,
Okay, he goes
too
big.
big, yeah. You gotta fold ace 5,
Yep, he gets
but
called.
calls.
Yep.
No backdoor, nothing.
Oh,
We
you
hit
know his hand is. I
equity.
don't know what his hand is. I covered it up. I don't know his hand. Okay.
Keep betting. Good check, but bet's better.
Tell me why bet's better, because I'm checking here. Tell me why the bet's better.
I just don't think they have very many nines, so like I guess you could check to try to get that ace 5 to bluff and just call bluff catcher, but
Mhm.
it feels like any diamond, you can still get lots of value from like diamonds,
Okay.
6, 7, stuff like that. You probably
Okay,
have
he
6,
agrees
7
with you.
off.
He agrees with you. Bet's 8.
It's a big bet though.
Yeah.
And then he gets called even by ace 5. Ugh. Now I'm sad.
Mhm.
Now I'm sad. Do you ever just throw in out like 2 big blinds to see if we can get it through?
That's like chum in the water. That's begging for a raise.
Good, then I'll deal with my diamonds too.
So here's one thing. Okay, so he goes 15.
You might as well just stuck it in. You only got 10 left.
All right. This is,
And you got called too.
and this is 100 NL, really? This is really 100 NL, this nonsense? This is not at a smaller stack? Okay, how can I do this without showing?
Damn, if I like was at this table, I'd be so happy seeing that call. Automatic adjustments.
This is not this is 50 cent $1. This is 100 NL.
That is wild.
What the
I saw villain 228, I'd be just like salivating,
Yeah.
adjusting.
Yeah, we might just,
all right.
Just start going super thin for value.
So let's go back to here for a second. We are fine with this 8-9 completing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
When you-
wouldn't do it. Why are you fine, just out of curiosity? I'm not sure. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying it's wrong to do it. I just wondering why you would do it.
Okay, if we look at some old limping ranges stuff, we're gonna do, where's limps? Here's limps. We're gonna look at the old, big blind versus button, we're gonna look at small blind versus one limper. That's what so here's the small blind versus one limper. 10-9 calls, 8-9 folds,
can
right?
you make it bigger, please?
Oh, sure. This is an old thing from Jonathan Little. And this is completing the big blind, completing your small blind against one limper. Bunch of value raises, some bluffs, and a lot of calls, filling out all the aces. You know, ace
Yeah,
deuce.
but the
9 is out
8-7
of it.
offsuit. Yeah, I was going to say the
Right.
offsuits don't, right?
8-9 is out of it. Gotcha. Now, I'm going to add one other piece of information. This isn't even a limping range. This is a capped
Mhm.
posted range.
It's
So
100% range,
It's more like
almost.
open limp range from the small blind, knowing, that this guy can't, that this guy's even more capped. So if, excuse me, if you had a limping range in the small blind, which by the way, Peak does. So here we go, cash 100, small blind. 8-7 is just smack dab in the middle of that limping range, right? When you have a limping range. So 8-9 is fine there. You say, well, it's a little worse because I'm going to be against 2 players, but it's a little better because of how capped this guy is. And you go, it's not bad. It's okay. Maybe you lose these because of the other player. Maybe you lose these, but that's really high. So don't hate it. Now, once you face this 275 and you really are closing the action, now what do you think of it? Now what do you think of it?
I would have called.
Yes, this is a call because you're closing the action.
Here's the way to look at it. I think it is a correct fold here. Because imagine that you had this in the big blind and it went raise, call. In front of you, you would fold the 8-9. So this is a 2.75. We'll do it. We'll do it because we're here. This is the same thing as this, right? Raise, call, big blind. And it's a good fold. Look at it in the wizard at 2.5.
Smaller, yeah.
Let's do the latest raise that can do it, because you got to be there. Call. Fold. Yeah, I like how this guy played it. All right.
I don't. He would have hit his 9.
Yeah.
And then it's full house.
He would have. He's hating himself. All right. So on this 8, you like the bet. I think I like the check. He made way more money than I would have. And on this river, the one thing I wanted to say was, so when you bet 2 big blinds on this river, and he has a hand that can't win at showdown against your bet, you incentivize him to raise you. When you check here, and he has a hand that could win against your checks, he doesn't have to bluff. So I'm just letting you know that when you bet 2 big blinds, you are betting small.
Let him start over bluffing then. It's just a
Yeah.
constant thing of adjustments anyways. Like if they just start over bluffing for your 2 big blind raise, just like switch it up.
Sure. But do you want, but do you particularly want to get raised with this hand right here on this board? Do you want to face a raise?
No, of course not. I don't want to face a bet either.
Right. So when
you
you,
can still get called down by like garbage.
I'm just saying that what I think here is, and you guys can jump in, that on this river, you can turn your 8 into a bluff and jam. You're kind of bluffing there. It's, you can bet 10 and get called by a better 8 and a worse 8. And maybe pocket 7s. I don't know what this guy's there with. But when you can check, and there are hands that he'll check behind that you beat. But if you bet 2, nothing.
Now, let's say you had this hand after you saw this villain's reveal. What would you do? After you saw that he was called a 15 big blind bet with ace 5 here on the river.
I'd bet 15 big blinds. All right, bet 10 to make sure that it calls. Yeah.
Bet the turn too.
Yeah.
Don't he call with ace 5?
Yep. Terrible play there. Okay.
It's a crazy pot to win 30 big blinds.
It really,
It's so crazy.
it really is. All right, that was Dean. Okay, is anyone else here? Do we have anybody new that I haven't put on the list? Nope, it's all the same gang. All right. I will go next. Options don't show the known cards. Here we go. Oh, good. I might play this hand. Fold. All right, so we're gonna play as me. Queen deuce suited. I'm raising, and I'm gonna raise to 3 to 3.5. Anywhere in that range. I go to 3, I get called. I get this flop. I can check range here, in which case I will have to check fold. So with a hand this bad, maybe I will continue for 2. Nope, I check with the intent of folding. Check, check. Great. The 5 comes. You have nothing that relates to any of this, and I don't have showdown value. So now let's bluff. And the bluff is going to be like the 3 or 4, not bigger than that. So 3 or 4, there we go. And I get called. That's bad. The river is a 7. It is.
Gotta follow through.
Yeah. And if I follow through, I'm claiming a lot here. I've got to go big. So I go, this is pot with the rake.
I
And I
like
get
it.
called by a set. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I don't think you have to follow through. I mean, you can,
Well,
I
I can
mean,
give up.
yeah, you can give up here. This is a pretty nasty run out for blind versus blind, and
Yeah.
you're gonna get called light. Like it's not like you have a ton of fold equity, even if they have nothing even close to a straight.
What are good cards to follow through with, and what are the name the
Well,
best
it
card to
has to have
follow through with and the worst card to
Oh, you
follow
mean
through with?
as a bluff?
He has a bluff. No equity.
It'd be nice
Ace X of spades.
it'd be nice to have a spade.
Well, given our hand.
Oh, you mean river cards?
Yeah, given our hand and
Okay,
our bet on turn. Let's as a team figure out the best card to follow through with and the worst card to follow
This is
through
blind.
with.
This is blind versus blind.
Another 5?
And that's a very good card to follow through with.
Card to follow through because that's when I woke up.
Yeah, that's the best. And the
Yeah.
worst, I think, would be the 4th spade.
Yeah.
But I repeat 5 or 6. Maybe in a 4. I think that those are really good cards.
Yeah, repeat 5 and repeat 6 is good too, because I could
I
check
think
my
two.
6 on the flop and then
I
bet.
think 2's
turn.
good.
And I see Mike's point. We don't necessarily have to follow through with. I think essentially, if we're going to choose to make we've got a gutter here. If we're going to choose on turn to begin a bluff, I think we follow through.
I-
Ran into top of range.
I think 2x is good.
Ran
though.
into the
It's
hungry horse brick wall.
just because of the other fold equity.
But
Like, you have
I think it's the right. I think it's the right
He's
play.
not happy calling here, by the way.
No, he's not.
He didn't insta call. He tank called, we assume.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's usually a good exercise when we check raise or when we bluff to understand what our best cards are to continue or to shut down on next street.
I
Yep.
call- The bluff outs.
Okay,
That's what I call it.
here we go. All right, Larry. Oh, and yeah, we had 5s. Okay.
All right, what do we got here? Okay, let's go. Hero does not have a hand he could play, unfortunately. All right, 4 ways, 4 lips, 1
Who do you want
check
to be?
option.
Small blind or big blind? We'll decide when we see who gets to see the turn.
I think I would prefer to be small blind.
I don't hate 228 either. Okay, let's see what happens.
All right. 4 to a straight, check around. Straight on board.
This is entertaining.
Straight on board, we arguably have a jump ball. Anybody can do, yeah. Okay, so, I think in the middle of the sandwich, you're handcuffed here. I don't think you can really do anything without a hand.
Yeah.
So
So assuming he doesn't have, so
he's gonna do some kind of hero. He's probably got a middle pair here.
Hmm.
That he's going to bluff catch with. Maybe he has a 3, but probably not.
Yeah. All right.
And
can anybody bluff this? Do we
oh, I mean, it's really hard to understand what
Mm-hmm.
ranges should
Okay.
be here. But yeah, the only question I would say, the person who probably could bluff the most is
I would not.
228. And if he was going to bluff a 9, his size should be probably like pot or 8.
Whatever.
Okay.
Let's see what our
Yeah.
big line is, but
So this
or I
was-
guess
So 228 is, so the worst play here
actually
is
228.
228 and 226. Those are the worst plays. Those are even
I'm
worse.
gonna say villain 230 open limping ace 5 suited is the worst play.
You think so?
But
Even worse than that?
Closely followed by 10-6.
Yeah,
No, okay, you're right. 10-6 is horrible.
yeah.
But this, I mean, my God, the unspoken sight is just a gold
Yeah.
mine.
It's amazing.
This is
How do I not have,
ridiculous.
how do I not have all the chips?
Might be coming from me.
Oh, because of the queen two, because of how badly I played the queen two. That's right. Oh, yeah. That's how I don't have all the chips. All right. Richie. What a world, what a world. Richie, this is your hand if you want it. Richie's not here right now. Mike,
Okay. I would consider completing. We
Mhm.
have 2 cards that can make a straight, and that's really kind of all I want.
okay. I know me, I'm sure I don't do it with this.
Yeah, I don't know if I would or not, but
We do it
it's
with
kind of
you.
been the modus operandi in completing small blinds to limps.
Yeah.
If we have 2 cards that can make a straight, but 9-6 is just kind of like whatever.
So let's look at this against 3 limpers. Doesn't matter who they are. Doesn't make it in, but your idea is there. 9, 7, 10, 8. You get pretty wide. But not there. How terrible? Not terrible. I prefer the fold, but I see what you mean.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Whatever.
Let's just see who that will, okay. So this is not a donk. I want to point out. Against no aggression, this is not technically a donk. This is just he leads. All right. Okay. So
I have a 2. No, I do.
So whose hand, whose play is possibly better in this situation?
The big blind here can do what he's doing with his range.
Okay, then let's see what his hand is. You're gonna be the big blind. Cover
Alright.
up the other one.
Covering up under the gun.
All right, here we go. Go away. You have king 6.
King 6. Okay. I mean,
You have
sure.
every reason to be here with king 6. Sure,
Sure. Okay. I would just call
I agree.
and I would check. And I would call.
Yep.
And I would check. Yeah. Same situation that we could potentially get value from some worse hands here if we did raise. But I'm kind of a little chicken shit when it comes down to these really thin raises. I'd be more inclined to make thin bets.
Yeah.
But the raising, the thin value raises I'm not there yet. So I would just call.
Right.
But
So you-
what do you think about potentially raising here?
I hate raising here.
Yeah.
you are a bluff catcher against better kings that is your game that you're gonna represent it, that you're gonna turn your king into a bluff and try to get a 2 to fold?
No,
I mean,
my
get-
game
try to
is
get
I'm
a
gonna
king to
I'm gonna
fold.
raise for value and get called by potentially a worse king and potentially worse
There are no
hands.
worse
Worse
kings.
hands.
There are no worse kings.
Why can't he limp? Why can't he limp like king 5 or king 4?
King, deuce, deuce, 10. You have king 6. There are no worse kings.
Oh, so a chop. You're saying chop.
Yeah, chop.
Okay.
Are you gonna try to
Well,
get it?
there's other hands you could have that
Yes.
you could call a raise that you beat. Maybe he limped with the intention of raising queens, or maybe he
Sure.
gets here with ace 10 of diamonds, or maybe he gets here with pocket eights and he wants to look you up. I'm saying, like I said, I probably wouldn't do it, but I'm just trying to make an argument for making a thin value raise.
Okay. Yep. I like that. I like your argument. I hate doing it. Let's see what he does. We go. Yep. We just lose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. That's the problem is it's actually hard not to lose here. You know, he's and we also see this.
Oh,
Jack
you know what? I kind of forgot about the min raise on the flop. I forgot he had min raised our lead.
Right.
Yeah, no, I would never raise there in the river. For some
Okay.
reason, I thought we kind of just went call, call, call.
No. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. Against that, it's different. All right.
How do you feel about leading the flop?
I think it's okay. Because remember, you're not donking, you're leading this. I think checking is better, you
Yeah.
know, with 4 people, just get information. And then I think it's also easier to go check, bet, call, fold, call, check, bet, call, is much.
Yeah,
is
lose a
much
little
easier
less.
line. And you might lose a little bit less, the sizing might go down. Yeah. And having been raised and have him follow through all 3 streets, it's hard. You're against a king, a weird bluff because of his sizing, or a very weird player who decides that this is the way to play pocket 5s. Looking at his stats of 71, he could be a very weird player. There's no reason to conclude that your logic applies to this player yet. Okay. Richie, if you're here, this one's yours. If not, this one goes to Daniel.
Hello.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Yay.
Are we gonna get a normal hand?
I think this is a little loose, but I would do it.
It's the cutoff. It's there.
Yeah.
You can do it if you want.
All the ace X blockers, you know, if it's suited.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it with ace 2, ace 3, ace 4, and I don't love it with ace 6, but ace 5 and ace 7 and ace 8 and above, I'm fine.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah.
Yep.
I would,
If I saw somebody opening ace deuce here, I'd just go, oh, that's a little wide.
I
But
think even
That's all.
I like
A little wide.
king,
All right.
king 5, king 8, maybe. I don't know. But anyways, so multi-way, I just like actually. So what are we looking for? Like, we could bluff 6, Nate, 4, or 2. I think it's okay to only thing I was scared of is big blind here. Could check raise, but I think it's okay. I think it's okay to go pot
Okay. So think about for pot.
for 5, maybe because it's multi-way.
Multi-way theory usually means
Yeah,
the first bet
probably
is going to
small.
be small, you know,
Yeah,
and you want a reason to
sense.
violate that. So now let's take a look at this to violate that. To violate that, we should have a nut advantage.
Mhm.
We have aces through nines, pocket
should-
pair. We have all those pocket
sh-
pairs.
We just don't have 4-6.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not even.
We
Never
don't
mind.
have
That's not
pocket
the
threes.
nuts.
We don't have a lot of pocket threes. You can have pocket fives. These guys can have, this guy can have pocket nines, pocket
I-
fives. This
I
guy can
think
have pocket
okay.
threes.
I think
And-
it's pretty close to I think it's pretty close. I would say. I mean, I would just also on top of having the blocker to the nut straight. I would if it was heads up, I would pot it, but if it was multi-way, I guess you could bet like nah, I'd rather just pot it.
Okay. Oh gosh, now you guys know how long my password is. All right.
I lose aggro pre-passive post.
Okay, so this
15.
the setup is cut off small blind, big blind. I believe we have
Yes.
cut off small blind, big blind. Cut off small blind. Oh, we don't. They didn't give us cut off small blind, big blind.
Wait, they don't do that?
No, hijack small. You got to go to hijack small blind to get big blind.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Which will not have ace-7, but we'll
It's
still get
pretty
to see,
tight. It's pretty,
we'll
yeah.
still get to see something about the board. 9-5 of clubs, 3 of spades. Clubs, 3 of spades. Okay, so we start with the small blind has some donks on this board. That's how not
Yeah.
good it is for the hijack.
Well, now it would be. Is there a way to node lock that? Because now it would probably be more likely to be a bet on the in
We don't have
position.
no box. So there's a check. Okay. Then middle guy has all these checks. And our bet size, the big size exists. It is the minority, but it does exist. So
66, 66%. Oh, okay.
and your bluffs in this world, you have them. You got your big bluffs. Your 6-7.
I wonder if just
five?
maybe because they checked because they have donking. They're donking like half their
Yeah.
range, and they decided not to. But I think it was pretty equal.
Yeah.
And okay, 66 was it prefers the smaller size though.
And since it's only doing it with a7 of clubs, that tells you that our hand wouldn't want to do it. You need much more equity to want to do that.
Okay, so it bets with the club.
Yep. And I know me, I'm just gonna
Interesting.
check behind multi-way pot. I'm going to
Yeah.
the specifications of in a multi-way
This,
pot, if you don't have it, someone else does.
That's funny. The 7-0 clubs I feel like would be. I was thinking that would have been bad, but okay.
Hey,
Nice.
nice.
2-4 is the only thing really scared of.
Huh.
I think would they check? I don't think they would be checking an ace. I'm like, we do a weak kicker, but I would bet the 5, at this
Okay.
point.
And I think I'm gonna bet 2.5 here. Oh no, I decided to check. That's surprising. That is,
You got the spider senses
I might,
tingling.
or it seems face up. Okay, so when this goes check, check,
Oh,
check. Oh, we
it
don't
does
have a,
bet the ace.
we can't go.
You won't get the turn.
We won't get the turn. All right, here we go. All right, check.
That's. I really don't think. They both call. Oh no, it was a check.
Yeah.
I mean, I would still. They're probably mostly gonna be folding, so I would still just bet.
Bets.
I would
and
bet.
size.
You could bet like 10 to make it look bluffy.
Right, and I'm gonna go with the bet small to try to get called by a 9, a 5, and some weird pocket pair.
Yeah, it's like 6.
You're right.
There's 6s, 7s, 4s.
So I wanna get called by 6s, so I'm betting. I'm breaking the
Sorry,
mat
not 4s, yeah,
rule and betting
6s, 7s.
2.5 here. Okay, I go bigger than that. I just don't go anti-mat after.
Okay, actually that's
And I
good. That's
get-
like 5. Get raised. Interesting. Wow.
This is
They
terrible.
checked check the turn if they had an ace, check the river.
They're saying they have a 3+.
They don't even block they don't even block the thing. Like they didn't even do a block bet. Um I really feel like calling here just because they're like big stacked and they're probably pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
That is really
Oy.
mergey.
Yeah,
Interesting, yeah. I guess he was trying to yeah. And 9. Okay.
I think this was
That's
probably
interesting.
terrible on his point.
I don't know why you would raise, but I guess they think you have a worse. I don't know. I don't know what you even have that's like calling that's like is this a bluff or what? I don't this is a value bet though.
It's mergey. It's merge.
Yeah, I
But
think this
yeah,
is,
they merged it, yeah.
yeah, I think this is terrible. He has a reason to call here.
Yeah.
You know, he has a reasonable bluff catcher here. I
Yeah,
didn't
they play
up
yeah.
for the turn here. I come out, I could have king, queen here, and he can beat that. When he
They
does
just
this,
yeah.
he's trying to get an ace to fold. And by the way, I'm not good enough to fold an ace here. That'll teach you.
Yeah.
Try that against somebody better next
They
time.
what's that called? Depolarized? They like depolarized or whatever.
Polarized means. Does anybody?
They like they like
It's
had a
merged. Yeah.
merge range and then decided to
Yeah.
polarize it, I guess. Or
Yeah.
maybe
A polarization error.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So
What's depolarized? That's
right.
weird.
So let's see.
But
So
anyways,
I
guess that's-
don't hate his call on the flop with a jack nine suited pre-flop. I don't hate it. I don't hate his check on the
check
flop.
turn is fine.
I
yeah.
like his check on the flop to think about a check raise or a check call, and then he doesn't get it in. When
Yeah.
the ace comes, I
Yeah,
love
and
this
check,
check
yeah.
here. This is great. And now he should feel very good, but the 3 is not great. He's got to worry about villain 2-2-3 in the 3. He checks,
I
I
just
check, and I bet. And he looks here and he says that I never have a 3. I never play a 3 this way.
or
It's weird.
or an ace apparently.
You've got to say that. But he can't say I never have an ace, because if I never have an ace and I never have a 3, he should call.
What else are you like? What else are you gonna call? Well,
I have king, queen here, but he should call.
I could see I could see them raising like just because they rather raise than call just in case you had like a hand that beats their really like merged range, but their hand's good enough to like
Yeah,
call here.
yeah. This is the only part of the hand, this is the only part of the hand that I hate.
Weird.
I mean, he does, I mean,
They just
Hubbard
played it so
does
like
talk about using a play like this, but
they just shouldn't have any like nutted hands here.
I don't, this seems sketch.
You think you can never
Okay.
have fives?
Like
I'm
two,
with you, Larry.
like-
Oh, go on. What you were gonna say?
I'm just like 2-4 would have bet the turn. Ace would have bet the turn. Sets would have bet full house. You know, like they on the turn they would have bet like everything. On the river they would have bet the 3.
Right.
It's just kind of wild to check it all the way unless they had like the read on you. But I'm guessing this is Zoom.
So this is an okay play with a 3.
Check.
You know, he
But you
says
check.
he says nobody has, so he gets here. So what hand does he have with a 3?
Raising it with a 3. Yeah.
He has ace 3.
Not-
He has
not-
ace 3 here, right? So he has ace 3 suited. He calls with ace 3 suited. Not the greatest thing, but not the worst. He checks there. That makes sense. Now he wants to get a check raise off my aces. I don't have an ace. Now he goes, I have that hero has nothing here. He can't have an ace. He doesn't have an ace. He doesn't have anything better. So I have to check and get a bluff. There's the bluff. Now I'll raise the bluff. So with
So you
ace
think
3,
you think it's a bluff, the 9 then?
no, I'm saying for his hands that makes sense. I'm just going through. So
Okay.
ace 3 can play this way. That's not crazy. There are 3s that he can have that
Right.
play this way.
Okay.
Okay. Larry's point that Larry started to make, which I agree with, which is if he's going to have any check raise bluffs, they need to be hands
Has to be ace
that
three,
have a
solo.
chance in hell of winning when it checks through. Otherwise, they have to bluff now. So
Yeah,
what happens has a chance in hell of winning? A 5. A 5 can play like this exactly. So now if it goes check, 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 he wins with a 5. But once it goes bet, the 5 can't win. So if he bluffs, he can get a 9 to fold, maybe gets an ace to fold like that, right? But the 9 can win.
yeah, you got a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is a little too far up in range to make this play.
They
Yeah.
should have. The only way you could have. There's just so many because 6, 7 would have missed. 7, 8 missed. All the flush draws missed. He would have had to like jam, like just like, and,
Oh, I
and then
was
you could
folding.
still call.
I was
'cause
folding.
it's just okay. But I was just like the combo. He just has so many. I think bluff combos.
I mean,
to get to
he did bet healthy. It's a healthy raise. The pot is
It's great. Yeah, I mean, if I was bluffing, this is the raise I
150%.
would pick.
Yeah. It's a good size.
He did a perfect 100% pot odd raise.
Yeah.
For exit.
Yeah. He should, yeah, I guess the other
X plus pot. Yeah.
is he should make a note about me that says calls down light. Value bet this fucker. So feel free to make a note on me, I guess. All right. Up next is we're gonna jump to skate. And Richie, if you're here, say something and you'll get one also. But skate, the next one is yours. All right. Oh. Free me from this nonsense.
Okay. So
What do you want to do with 8-5 here?
okay, so we're looking at small blind action.
Button limp.
Okay. Button limped with 8-5. Well, first I would look at trying to steal. So first I would look at each player's stats.
Okay.
And then like their tendencies. This guy's V-pipping a lot, so he wants to see a lot of hands. Yep. Will he fold to a steal? Where are those stats again?
His fold to steal is 100%, and he's done it twice. There have been 2 steal positions and he's folded them twice.
Okay.
This guy hasn't come up yet.
Okay, only 12 hands, so not a lot of hands. So yeah, so here there's not a lot of information. Plus, this hand I wouldn't like to take either way as a steal candidate. It's just like 8 high. It's not even connected. Nothing going on. But sometimes in these spots we don't really have to worry about our hand, right? But yeah, I would probably let it go.
I'd let it go too. So your thought process about can I steal it, I think is a great thought process. But the thing that you're going to be is what you want to do is you want to be playing, deep stacked in position against weaker players. Out of position, you just lose so much of your flexibility. So I would all your thought process there, but is fine going, can I get it through? But if you don't, the hand is you end up playing an 8-5 deep stacked out of position. You're just going to be unhappy. Fold.
Yeah.
That's what I think. All right. So they see the flop and you are going to be villain 225. So don't look at what villain 224 has. Put your hand over his cards, and I'm going to tell you what your cards are. Your cards are, you have the 10 of hearts and 8 of diamonds. That's what you've got. And you checked, and you got this flop. What do you want to do? I'm sorry, you only have 24 big blinds.
Okay, 10 of hearts, 8 of diamonds, and the other player limped.
Yep.
Well, kind of want to hope I have the best hand here. I think with this stack depth, we could treat like top pair as sort of the nuts, and we could. Well, first of all, I wouldn't be here, right? But
yep, but you are. Something happened.
If I was here, I'll probably dunk out.
Okay. Don't hate it. I also think a check call is fine.
Yeah.
The deeper you are, the more I dislike betting out second pair. But you're almost shallow enough that you're just gonna go with any pair. So
Yep.
there. He bets out. Okay. We don't know his hand. You're playing him, so your opponent raised you. That's bad. What do you want to do?
It's pretty bad. He raised me. Well, you know, he could be raising with like, you know, draw hands.
You could.
Although, does he need to, considering his villain stack depth 225?
Yeah.
Our players opt to. Maybe I'm kind of taking a step further. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I don't see the reason like buttons should be, if they had a draw and they're up against such a short stack depth. I don't see any reason for raising,
Mhm.
because you know they're not going to get a fold either way because they're such short.
Yeah.
When talking about villains, so sorry, I'm just
Okay.
warming up. Yeah. So in that case, either way, I'm gonna
Yeah.
call and see what happens on the turn.
Right. So let me give you let me give you the arguments for and against calling that I see. Second pair is, and you get raised is a good argument for folding. Your 8 though, your 8 has a wonderful property. You can get a 9 on the turn. Your 8 can give you some equity. And if you get your 8, yeah, you lose against the queen 9 now. That's bad. But queen 9 limping, raising this? Probably not. The person who limps a queen 9 probably doesn't raise. That's probably not the same personality type. So I think your 8 is pretty clean. So I think that's an argument for calling it, and the fact that it's 2 big blinds.
Yeah, so yeah, you're right. I guess what I was in my rant before, what I was trying to do is figure out their thought process. But
Yep.
yeah, they shouldn't be limp raising here a hand like queen 9 or like queen king.
Yeah, you might be against those. I think you're very often behind here, but the 8 I think the 8 is kind of clean. I like the 8. And what I like best here would have this to have gone check, bet, call, because that's easy. Check, bet, call is really easy and clean for you. So you do call. That's that's a really interesting card. What do you want to do with your 8-10 now?
8-10 now. Well, still check.
Good. I like it. I like your check much better than his bet of 1.
Yeah.
Let's see what this guy does. He raises. Okay.
Yeah, because like that one
Yeah.
big blind bet is not really doing much, obviously.
No, I didn't like it at all.
Because it's like we're never doing that with strong hand. What we're doing is we're saying like we're putting up a big sign and saying, "Hey, look at me! I don't have such a strong hand." So
I agree.
So.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, fold.
Now I'm not going to say as played because you wouldn't do any of these things. So I'm going to say your friend comes to you, he shows you this hand, and he says, I bet out here. And he says, what should I do now? And your first thing you say is, well, you made other mistakes, but given where you are, what should he do now?
Yeah, villain 225, fold.
Fold. I agree. Definite fold.
Uninstall.
All right. Yeah. Say again?
Uninstall. No, I'm just kidding.
Uninstall. Yeah, uninstall. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. All right.
I mean, the one big blind, actually, I actually do that if it's the
Right.
river and I'm trying to get a bluff raise. Or
Okay.
I'm trying to get a, yeah.
The reason I'm showing this hand is just so we know what, because he's the guy facing the bet, which is, should he, with his great hand here, raise or call? He's never folding.
Raise. Well, he's not. Okay.
As played. Open limps, which is weird. Bet at, guy calls a raise. Tiny bet, you raise small to keep him in. He calls. Then he bets out.
I can see a thought process. Yeah. It's pretty.
So Skate, do you want to raise here as the jack queen? You're now the jack queen. You've played the hand, you've played it, except for your open limp. You've played the hand quite well. What do you want to do on the river? Facing this bet.
Facing that bet, I'm jamming. I'm jamming.
Okay. Yeah, it's 11. It's 11. Jam. Oh, of course. Yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot. It's only 11. Yeah. 100% jam. Yeah.
You,
Yeah. That's just terrible.
you can't. The starting stack was 20. Is there no open limping range? Like, if
24.
it's like heads up, 24.
24.
You could this would be a limp raise though.
But he can't take a tournament's open limp raise sensibly because I've got 103. He's got to play this like a normal poker hand, and
Yeah.
he's
I
got
guess
to
there's. Oh yeah, there's someone in the small blind.
he's got to raise like a normal person here. But having done it, having decided he's got this, bet raise makes sense. I like it. Call. Bet tiny, hell no. But not so hell no that I get you to fold. Because some of your straight draws give me, if you're on a draw, one of your outs is a queen sometimes, and I cooler you. So there, the 6. You bet.
Yeah, I could definitely I understand what 225 is. I feel like this is something I've done like back then, like where I bet the flop because I'm like protecting somewhat, and then I bet the turn I bet 1 just to see what's up
Get
on
an
the
answer.
turn.
You're
and
trying to
then
get
bet
an
the
answer,
5.
right?
Yeah,
Well, there's your answer. He gave you your.
Yeah.
Why are you asking a question if you don't listen to the answer?
Yeah, and the river just so you don't get bet they don't jam against you, so you can get essentially block bet on the river. But I'm not saying it's good. I'm just I could see how they're thinking here.
Yep. So I'm probably the worst person in the world to give relationship advice, but in poker, as in relationships, don't ask a question if you're not going to listen to the answer. There we go.
Yeah,
And he gave
I
you
should-
your answer here.
I should
Your answer
do
couldn't be
that.
more clear here. If
The-
villain 225 was a full stack, is anybody here considering not raising this block bet?
Not what
No, anyone
you still gotta
except
raise.
me? Yeah.
I'll start with you, Skate. Make villain 225. Give him 100. When he has 11 left, I love this jam. When he's got 100 here,
I think Jack 10 would be, well, obviously Jack 10 is full house, but yeah, my hands would be the threshold to raise on the river.
and
If
what
I
would your
had-
raise size? Yeah, what would your raise size be?
I agree.
If they had 100, my raise size would be somewhere a little bit. Okay, the pot is like 20. It would be slightly over pot, so it would be like 20. I would go like 20. Raise 20 big blinds.
Okay. And then if
After the bet
then-
5.
Yeah.
Or,
he's going to go to 20. Good. And then after they jam on you,
Oh, if I was facing a jam and I was button.
Yeah.
oh, your button. Oh.
Well, considering how the hand was played and how it's unlikely they have sets in the range, especially after donking that turn so small, I wouldn't be worried at all, and I would just call.
okay. I think I'm folding the jam. Is why I'm
To me,
considering.
I feel
Well, Yeah, I don't
I
know.
feel like it's so like how they played was so fishy. Like I don't know where to put them at.
Yeah.
So it's like I lose a lot to like new players.
Right. So button raise with queen jack like a normal person. There's the raise. Big blind is in there with his 10-8 suited or the rest of his range. I don't really care which it is. He calls. Flop comes. Jack of hearts, 10 of spades, 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds. Great. We should be checking range. And what happens is we bet out small. So I can't do it in peak. Let's go to the wizard. All right. Wizard. Button raises to 2. Big blind calls 10-8 offsuit to 2. Yes. Love it. Pre-flop only. All right, never mind. Let's go to one where we have a thing. Button goes to 2.5. Big blind calls with the 10-8 suited. The flop is, again, jack of hearts, 10 of spades, 5 of diamonds. Big blind has no donks. 33%. All right. He does it anyway.
Yeah, that donk is
He does it anyway. We're in such thin world that this is insane. We've got queen jack offsuit. We decide to do a raise.
Well,
Or-
originally the button limped, he didn't raise, so maybe that might change things.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the best I could do. But we don't have limp. We don't have limp solves.
Okay.
But against this raise, which is what you do, you go 6. We went 3 like that. We get a raise in there at least. We get the raise in there. He calls. Turn is the jack of spades. He has some donks. He donks a bunch of his jacks here. Lots of jacks donk. He donks his straight draws. He has bluffs here. He has some 5s that he bluffs with. Look at this. Look at all the bluffs. So he bluffs small. I have got a queen jack. Now I mostly call because I have the best hand except when I don't. But I'm allowed to raise, and I do the minimum raise I'm allowed to do. When this happens, he does not fold any jacks. He folds no jacks, but he doesn't love all his jacks. He calls. The river is the 6 of hearts, I believe. Yes. 6 of hearts. He still has donks. His donks are his jacks that got here. I don't have a lot of them. He donks his bluffs. The ones he almost never has, but he does it. 8, 9, and 9, 7.
Huh.
He goes, I'm going to shoot my way out of this nonsense. All right. His most common size for this donk is 18, just 35%. What our guy actually did, we're going to do it by percentages here. Our guy donks river for 5. So that is the 33% donk, not the 10%. The 10% donk is used, but it's this one. And against this size, all right, look at it. That's what I wanted to see. Now our jacks in position to this action do a lot of just calling. They don't want to get them. They don't want to get stuck in a blender of getting jammed on, except for the full house, full house, full house, full house, full house, full house. The bluff is ace nine. Bluff is ace 10. Yep, that's a bluff. Crazed. That is a crazy bluff. What's our real bluff here? Pocket threes that you never have, pocket fours that you never have bluff. It's these solver errors down here. So I guess the real bluffs are tens. They block full houses.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering whether you guys were talking about like bluffing as the big blind.
But this bluff, you never have it. You notice it's not doing it. This is oh no, wait, this is,
This
there it
spot,
is. There it is. It's that suit. Okay. So when this happens and your queen likes to raise for value more than your king and your ace because you don't block. I don't know why. And when you take this raise, it's all in. So you don't have a question at this stack depth of what happens when you get jammed on. Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
said what doesn't king nine? Why doesn't king nine what was the thing you said? You
King
don't
nine.
know. Oh, what, did you say why king nine doesn't bluff?
9, 10, jack, queen. No, no, king nine. I got to move you guys out of the way. King nine has some calling in it,
Oh, okay.
which is not a
Oh
thing.
wow.
can we see when you get a chance big blind jamming to see Button's response? Because like I know earlier some people said that they would think about folding, but I mean,
Oh, here was the thing. We can't see big blind. We can't see our response to a check jam to our raise jam because our raise size is always jamming. If we raised, we don't ever use this raise, but if we did, and he jams, if we got here and we just never do,
Because,
we fold our ace jack sometimes, which means that if we got here with queen jack, we'd fold it sometimes.
is it because there's no dogs or?
No, it's the sizing. It's that we didn't
for
use
fun.
this size. This was our size.
Oh, okay.
When we raised, we jammed.
You're
So-
seeing that
Yeah.
message, right, Scotty? That, I mean, we're in a node where it's like it
Yeah.
can be inaccurate
Yeah.
results.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Once we got to that one, the raise was okay. We're okay here. It's this node that it's inaccurate, right? Yeah. This is the one that just doesn't exist. So it's responding crazy ways. All right.
yeah, yeah.
And so
Okay.
the lesson that I'm taking away from that little analysis that doesn't fit perfectly is that if this guy had a full stack, I would strongly consider when he does this bet, just calling.
Yeah, right. Because I'm never folding to
Oh, I'm never
jam
folding.
on the
I'm
river.
just not
Yeah.
always raising this.
Yeah.
Against this bet. It feels like a blocker bet. It feels like what he's wanting to accomplish. But if I raise a block and he folds, I don't make anything. And I don't want to raise to 10 to try to get, I don't want to reopen it that way. But against 11, when he only has 11 big blinds left, yeah, just jam. That's just
Yeah, there's no blocks.
can't get re-raised. Yeah. Okay. Up next is 1 cent is up next. Don't look at it. All right. Oh, I think you're going to get to play this hand normally. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, okay, open king 10.
All right. So why am I raising to 3.5 here instead of 2.5?
Oh, you're a little deeper. This guy in the small blind is obviously a fish, and the big blind looks like a fish too.
That's why.
Yeah.
This is a mistake. I'm a 2.5 raiser. I'm not altering by my hand. It's that these guys are calling everything and this hand is good enough.
Yeah, that's a nice adjustment.
Yeah, that's what the adjustment is.
You remember when Brad Wilson, he would do this on occasion when he did live streams.
You would start, you would say, okay, now I'm changing my size for this.
On button, he would often increase his RFI size if he identified he had fish in the blinds.
Yep. That's what we got. This guy's, this guy's calling lots and lots and lots. And his fold to steal is, oh, it's 100. What is that? It's 100. How did that happen? 3 times, I don't know. Yeah, he was calling a lot of other stuff, so
He can call from other positions too,
Yeah,
which
he can.
wouldn't affect the
Yep.
fold to steal.
here we go. All right, this is 1 cent, 2 cent. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna check.
Okay, that's a good, I like your check there. That's fine. Now, what do you want to do? Having make
Having
make
bet.
bets?
I think you could bet half pot here, looking to check back river.
Okay. Good. And then, so I can check, but half pot here to check back river, or I can check here with an intent to bet half pot on river at check, right?
Yeah.
Both work. Okay. What are the reasons for doing what are the reasons for betting now as opposed to, we decided to do 2 street hand at most. What are our reasons for taking our second street now compared with taking it on the river?
I like betting now more than the river because then villain is way more likely to check it to you on the river.
Okay. That's a good reason.
Yeah, and he's still gonna call with king queen. He's gonna call with some spades he picked up, maybe like a worse 10. So
Right.
yeah.
But yeah, there are lots of hands that will call a bet now that will not call a bet on the river.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the reasons for waiting for the river to do it?
Because if you check now and then he checks again on the river, he almost never has a better hand, I would say.
There's
Good.
another good reason.
Yeah.
Yep. There's another good reason coming up, but I like that. That's a good one. Think for a second now, 1 cent, 2 cent, and then Larry will tell you the other reason, but see if you get it yourself.
I'm not sure.
Larry?
Yeah, I mean, Hungry Horse talks about this. When we check here, we are inviting a bluff, and this hand, most of the time, depending on the, it's going to be a very good bluff catcher.
Yeah, exactly. When he checks the river, I have clean value, thin value bet. When he bets the river, I have an easy bluff catcher. Provided what the river is. There are spades that can come on the river that I have to fold to and stuff like that, but, and his size matters, but this is great. Bet the flop, check the turn, bluff catch the river. So those are the two competing things. This time I chose to go this way. There's an 8. He bets.
Knock it off.
Right. Exactly. This is what we're here for. Now, is this bet believable as a jack?
Yeah.
Yes. Is this bet believable as an 8?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yes. Does it make sense for him to get here with a jack or an 8?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. So am I going to lose this hand a lot?
Yeah.
Yes. Am I going to lose this hand more than 3 out of 4 times?
I don't know.
Probably not. All kinds of things he can get here. All of his draws, all the straights bricked out except for the 7-9 didn't brick.
But does he ever use this size with king queen?
Sure.
Or 9?
Spades, yeah. Yeah, they
Okay.
bluff this size. They bluff this size. Look,
5s, yeah.
Yeah.
super easy. What do 5s do if I bet the turn?
Probably just fold. You definitely induce the bluff from
Yeah.
checking the turn.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Right. So this is a perfect example of those two thought processes, how they compete, and why in this particular case it was the right choice. Other cases it wouldn't have been the right choice. But also, here's the last piece of this. I needed to bet now to get value from his spades, right?
Yep.
Except he needs to bluff his spades now. So that's the other way of getting value from spades.
True.
He may not do it, but that's another way to get value from spades. So you don't give up all your value from spades by checking here. And you don't give up all your value from him having a random 9 you know, king nine here, 9-10. Because maybe some of them bet, you know, king nine might bet the river for the same reason.
But what if the river's a 7 and then he does the same bet? You still are gonna call? I probably fold then.
7, 8, 9, 10, 583, 4-liner. I might fold.
Yeah.
I fold to bigger and I call smaller. This is right on the cusp.
Yep.
How about you? What's your
I
cusp?
agree.
How small? What's give me the size? Give me the small size that you're definitely calling.
Like 4. I'm definitely calling. Over 4 feels kind of gross.
Okay, I'm with you. I like that. 4 and lower definitely, and then this you think about. What's the big size that you fold to?
6 or more. 6 or
All
more,
right.
I definitely fold.
I definitely fold to pot and bigger, and everything between 4 and pot, I have to think about. I don't know what I do, but definitely there's a size that the bluff works and a size that it doesn't work. And he's
Yep.
right in the middle, and it wasn't that card, and that was easy. All right.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
good call.
Okay. A plus.
Hmm.
Let's take a look at this hand. All right. Who do you want to be?
Doesn't matter. It'll be all of them, I guess.
All right. Let's have you be the let's let you play this pot in position multi-way. That'll be fun. All right.
Okay.
Don't look at the other guy's hands. Your hand is pocket jacks. Good choice.
Nice. Okay.
Nice hand. You love getting called, and then you're a little less happy with the second call, depending on the board. Here we go. Great board for you.
Half pot.
Half pot. Okay. Are you considering going smaller because it's multi-way? Just is that thought in there? Are you considering going to a third just on the basic it's multi-way?
No. No. Half
Right.
pot.
I believe you did not have the jack of hearts, right?
You
I
do.
don't think-
You
You
do. Oh,
did?
you have the jack of hearts. Okay, good. Good to
Mhm.
know. All right. So you're going to go half pot. He agrees with you. And Prometheus says, and it will give us an answer. Prometheus says that in this situation, where's our reset? Where's the Prometheus reset button?
Far right
Far right.
and down, right there, almost there, above the call button.
Oh, you guys are in my way. That's why. There we
Sorry, we apologize.
are. You? No, where are you? Above the call button.
Yeah, right
Almost
above the
there.
call button. Right above
It's-
the call button.
It's really small. It's like it's not a.
There it is.
yeah.
Thank you. There it is. Reset. Doesn't let me reset. All right, let's try this. Okay, here we go. Hijack, small blind, big blind. And the flop is 6-5 of hearts, 9 of spades. Spades. And we get the lovely check. Check to our pocket jacks. So you wanted to go half potty.
Mhm.
Makes sense. There's a lot of draws out there. So that thought process makes sense. Prometheus pushes you towards the
Mhm.
small size,
Yes.
and your particular hand with a jack of hearts prefers a small size.
So
but
I
it does-
was curious, I don't know if it's significant. It is using the larger size, just a bit more with the heart.
It uses it, so it's not a mistake. The things that drive you to go bigger is this board is draw heavy. The things that you got to worry about is this board has completed equity, 7-8
Yeah.
of hearts, and that's in both 7-8, and that's in both of their ranges, isn't it? They both have 7-8 suited here. So you go half pot, great. You get a call. Wonderful.
Still draw heavy, no heart. Complete equity is still there. You still got the 7-8. That hasn't changed. So I still think this is a bet. The 9-10 brings in 2 pair too, but I don't think I can go. You can't go heavy here, so I think I would go 50% again.
All right. And I'm going big on this one.
Going big here? Wow.
I bet small on the flop, so the pot's a little bigger, and now I'm gonna bet big here. But having bet bigger here, yeah, I'm gonna go back 15. But if I bet 3 here, I'd be going like 20, 22. All right, let's see what you do. You check.
This is weird.
All right.
Yeah, come on. Check
Is
my-
this a 3? Is this a, so let's ask the question. Could this be a 3 street hand?
No.
It's super draw heavy. I mean, it's
I
super.
mean,
it's like
let's
two
say the river
kings.
is, let's say the river is the deuce, is the deuce of clubs.
Yeah, the deuce
That's a
of clubs.
turn-end river.
I'd still get some value. Yeah.
I think you can. You can get called by a 9.
Yeah, but not much else though, right?
You can get called by 10 jack of hearts.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have the jack of hearts. He doesn't have 10 jack of hearts. He can have ace 10 of hearts here. You can get called. I think you can go 3 streets with this.
6
So-
here.
So I think you can bet there. All right, he checks. And I like your bet, by the way. I like your idea of betting there best. Okay.
3 of hearts. 3,
Mm.
4, 5. It fits. 10 half pot. This is not the best river. I think I call it. I have a heart, right? If I have
You
a
have a
heart.
heart. You got a
have
heart.
Yeah, I have a heart. I call it.
Yeah, I agree. You got to call this. Yeah, and sometimes you lose.
Yep.
Not this time. Not this time.
You got the heart.
Yay. I love it. All right. Up next is, move you guys out of the way. Is Dean. Dean is up next. And after Dean is Chris, if you want to join us.
Right.
Chris, who's now Plu, but is Chris. All right. Dean, your hand is probably not me. Definitely not me. All right.
Definitely,
Who do you want to be?
but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll make you 276 because you were gonna because his raise size here should be to 7 if he's gonna raise. So 276 is the one who has made no mistakes so far.
And he's just got to the table, 0 stats.
Yeah. All right. So cover up the other guy. Your hand is the 10-8 of clubs. All right. I don't like his play at all. I don't
What,
like.
you don't like the call of the 3-bet?
No, I don't like the open of the 10-8 of clubs here. I think it's way too wide. However, having been 3-bet, that small, yeah, I do like it. I like the call.
And the open size too, just raise it to 2 is kind of shitty.
If 2 is your raise size, it's not mine, that's fine. But even with a raise of 2, you don't get 10-8 of clubs here, I don't think. You're at 1, 2, 3. I
It's
mean,
usually pretty good early on, but that's tournament.
yeah, no, this is not a tournament. Welcome to real poker. So under the guns range here. And this is in the low jack. 10-8 doesn't make it in. And you might go, well, how bad can it be? 9-8 is in there a little bit, not 10-9 is in there. You know, how bad can it be? Look at that. It's got 0.01. That's fine. But he's not in the low jack.
This is wide.
Yeah, he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. He's in low jack -2. And at 2.5, which is again smaller, just to point out how tight low jack -2 is. I give you low jack -2 for 2.5. So let's say for 2, you can make 100% of everything that's there and add it on. Make all these to hundreds. You still don't get anywhere near 10-8 suited. This is bad. However, I believe, having made the mistake, that he should call here.
Yeah, it's such a small 3-bet.
Because let's look at what we would do to 2.5 there, you know, from under the gun. 10-8 suited is going to call, isn't it? If 10-8 suited folds there, then we're going to fold. This is how we're going to do our analysis of this. we're gonna give an under the gun 2.5 because that's what we're facing. And see what the big blind does. Now, this guy's tighter than this because he made a 3-bet. But if big blind folds now, we're definitely folding. 10-8, not even nowhere near.
Some 3-bet.
Yeah, so I think that this guy, I think this guy should call now.
Yeah,
All right. And I think that he should be faced with very difficult decisions throughout the hand
mm-hmm.
for doing this. All right,
Wait, what was our suits again?
you have clubs.
Okay, good, perfect. Check call.
To that size.
Hmm. Yeah, still.
Yep.
I mean, whatever we have a 10, like what are we
We
calling
did.
it for if we're gonna just fold to?
Let's
you know,
make sure, I'm
bring
gonna
one
open it,
shot?
I'm gonna make it, open it up and make sure that it was clubs. I'm covering the other guy. Yeah, it's clubs. So maybe fold the hearts and spades and call the clubs
Mm-hmm,
to that size.
at least one, we gotta see. Check, check, wow.
Yay for bad play being rewarded.
I like to go. Like B75.
Yeah, nice.
Is the way to think about this hand here as the bad player with the 10-8? What is a king gonna call?
I wouldn't even think he has that many kings after checking the turn, honestly.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of kings.
Well, then what part of his range are you targeting?
You're targeting queens, jacks.
Nines?
Other tens. Ace 10 could play the way he played there, which is
Mhm.
terrible. I mean, you're not targeting him, you got it, but nines are gonna be tough. But I guess you're targeting queens and jacks.
So what
Mhm.
side do you think queen jacks
And
will
the
call?
few kings that he does check back.
10. Yeah, I don't think they call this.
Okay,
All right, now we're faced with this line. Now you've now changed. You've miraculously become villain 282 and your hand is ace king. Oh my God, he did check back a king.
Yeah, I would just snap call it ace
Snap call.
king.
Yeah, snap call.
yeah, you didn't check back turn the fold.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's just too many draws too, you know?
Yeah.
The diamonds and the
And jack.
Broadway gutters and stuff.
So in this world where he made the mistake of calling here, but he does have, oh no, he does it right. And our flop is king 10-3, king 10-3 of diamonds, king of clubs. 3 of diamonds, king of clubs.
And if the ace king checks back the turn, I'm gonna be like mind blown.
All right, who wants to burn one? Mike, you got one?
I can do it for you. Yep.
Okay,
Talk me
thanks.
through it.
All right, the flop is gonna be, so here we go. It's
Well,
gonna be,
give me the action.
okay,
What's the pre-flop action?
we're gonna play 9-handed. And we are going to, it's gonna be under the gun raises, big blind defends. Flop is 10-3 of diamonds, king of clubs.
Okay.
All right, let's see it. Zoom, stop share. There you are. Okay, big blind checks, we like that. Under the gun bets is ace king, yes. Under the gun bets range. At a board with a king in it. And his size that he bet was, now this is the question, he bet big.
Bet a little bigger, yeah, he bet
Yeah, he bet,
4.1.
he took the big size, he actually went
4.1,
9
yeah.
into 11. So the purple, which
Yeah.
does exist.
In the slivers.
Yeah. And in the purple,
10-7's calling.
10-8 doesn't fold.
10-8.
Let's roll over our 10-8 suited and see what, so clubs never folds. The other two fold some. And then they also do weird check raise bluffs that I would not enjoy doing.
See how the 10-9 folds more because we don't want to have that 9 with like the 9 jack, 9 queen or whatever, maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Blocks.
Right. So there we go. So we call with our 10-8, which kind of surprised me. Oh, give him a 125 on that. Give him an overbet. Oh, he doesn't have any overbets. Never mind. Never mind. He doesn't have any.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The turn is the
6.
6 of hearts. Oh, we gotta go full height.
Ace king does check a lot.
We have some check.
As lot as us.
All right. Great. We check. Bizarrely, and we get the 10 of
Wow,
hearts.
that is wild that ace king checks that much, really.
Well, it really doesn't
He
like that
top
extra
down.
big size. Before we leave here, we'll give him the one of the sizes he really does. Oh, it is the 10 of hearts. We'll give him one of the sizes he really does on the flop and see if he then checks
Can
back.
we block the draws?
So we now go into donk mode.
Overbet donks.
Overbet.
Overbet big. Nice.
We are not trying to get called by pocket queens so much.
300% overbet, like it.
Wow. Is that us? Are we going 300%?
Yeah,
Wow.
spicy.
Okay. And then go back and do one thing on the, let's follow the same note down, but give him the initial bet size of 50%, which is one of the ones he really does do. We had lots of 50s.
Oh, that's great.
Some raising.
Still raises. Now does ace king check back?
Is it the 6 of hearts?
6 of hearts.
Ace king checks back.
A lot. Yeah. So we check back.
Okay.
In this case, way more than I ever would. Ever. On that ace king node, take a look. Do we need a diamond to check back? No. Diamond bets. Okay. Very counterintuitive to me. All right.
Your regular opponents aren't going to be as aggressive when you check back here versus a solver.
Yeah, we're checking to induce. And then we got what we wanted when we didn't want it.
What was it? 10 of
Hearts.
what?
10 of hearts. And now what is the bet size?
B300.
B300. All right, so he does it. He B300s and the ace king does what?
Raise.
I mean, ours was easy. Yep.
Cries.
Folding.
Some raise is wild.
Yeah. All right, awesome. Chris or Pooh, let me put the,
He just left.
start screening. Let me take the screen again. There we
He just-
go.
He just stepped out.
Did the
Oh,
poo get
okay.
pooped?
Did Pooh get pooped?
He got scared.
Oh, well. Well, or bored. Both are possible. I'm going with scared. I'm going with scared though. Okay, so Chris is out. So Skate, this is going to be the last one of these. Skate, I give you the beautiful.
Did I get skipped? I feel left out.
Did you? Well, Richie
Think-
got skipped. If Richie came back, oh, you can do another one. I don't think you got skipped, but if you did, you did.
Okay.
Skate, go. This is going to be you. You have a limp. You're going to be the big blind here because you don't limp. So in the big blind, your hand is ace of hearts, 4 spades. That's a perfectly reasonable hand not to ISO with. You could also ISO. I would mostly ISO. He doesn't. Okay.
Yeah, I could see ISOing versus a V pipper.
Check, check. Good.
Okay. 2 pair on the board. I am gonna. I mean, I saw the hands, but yeah, I'm gonna want to. If it checks down to me, I'm gonna want to bet my ace high.
Okay. He checks. He checks with the intent of calling, I assume. Gets a bet.
All right, we're out of position. Okay, here. Limp pot. We're out of position, so we can call. Well, we can call, but I would rather. I mean, I saw the hands. I would rather raise
Obviously,
here. Yeah, I'd rather raise here and take it down to get better ace highs to fold.
there are no better ace highs. Ace, king, and ace deuce are the same hand. Ace 9-9-3-3.
Yeah, you're right. So
Bluffing
Or you
the
want to
chop.
raise, you're raising to get another ace off a chop is
Yeah.
why.
yeah. Well, yeah, unless they had a ace 10.
Hmm.
Right? If they had
No,
ace 10,
no.
that
No, ace 9-9-3-3. Ace 9-9-3-3. The 10 and the deuce don't play.
yeah, you're right. Best five cards.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So with that being said, I kind of like the call because we instead of raising, because we're taking more variance, trying trying to get somebody off a top pot. We don't even know what they have. So I think the best route in hindsight now is to call, and hopefully they don't bet the river.
Yep.
But if they do call again, and hopefully we chop.
Exactly. Call
Yeah.
now. If they bet the river, probably fold.
Yeah, depending on the
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, depending on size and all that
Because I
stuff.
feel like bluffing a chop is like, I don't know what I forget what they talked about that. It's like,
Bluffing someone off a chop pot is a fine thing to do. But you should have confidence that they're capped.
You know,
okay, that makes sense.
which they are,
Um,
because it went check, check on
They don't have a three.
flop.
How about three? How about check?
right.
How about raising there? If you think they're bluffing a chop, that
What our guy does,
might be too
Raise.
much though.
he calls, and there's your queen. And now you're facing another bet, another healthy bet. What do you want to do, Skate?
Ace high. I am calling here because, yeah, I think I'm calling. It was a limp pot, right? Pre-flop.
Limp pot.
I mean, they can have a queen, right? It's possible, but
Yep.
But I didn't come here to fold. I wanna see, kind of see, also see.
Wrap it on.
Yeah, I guess seeing is believing. So show me what you have.
Okay, you're gonna call, I'm gonna fold.
What do you think they have?
They have a chop.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have, like, I mean, usually when people bet higher, like bigger than 80%, it might be less bluffy, but on this board, I feel like they would overbet if they had a 9 or even a queen, I feel like. Or at least pot. I don't know. I guess pot. With queen. I feel like queen would maybe bet smaller.
So the
No,
one,
actually it's on. I don't know.
the one thing that I look at here that I want to say, which is when you've got when you've got a one street hand and you are deciding between betting the turn and the river. The turn and you want to get called. You've got value or thin value. Then I suggest that the river is your best bet. Because when you bet and if you're bluffing, I bet I'm going to suggest that your turn is your best bet. Because when you bet the turn, your opponent has to worry about that bet and a possible river bet. So they may do some folding there. Plus you have the chance of on the river deciding to actually go for it with your bluffs. So when you've got your thin value that is, doesn't feel particularly vulnerable, if you wait till the river, they only have to call one bet. So
Okay.
in this case, let's say you have pocket three. Let's say you have a three here, just a three, or even pocket threes. Pocket threes is pretty great too. If you check, they're betting their nines all the time, every time, right? So you're check raising them, it'll all go in anyway.
Yeah.
When they have a pocket pair and stuff, I guess they might call two bets with that. But when you're targeting ace high, target it on the river is my suggestion. That's my thought. All right.
Yeah.
Up last on this is going to be Larry.
We can keep an order. I was being grumpy. You go
All
ahead,
right.
Scotty.
Well, well, here's the thing, Larry. That's gonna be the last one that we're gonna do of this. So it's gonna be you or we're done with this, and then we're gonna do something else.
All right. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
take one. All right, here we go.
Here's not gonna play. We got a limp. We got a limp. We got a theme.
All right, I guess you have button hands that you should limp behind. You're gonna be the button.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Don't look at anything else. The button has ace nine. Oh, I don't like your limp at all. I don't like limping behind with ace nine at all.
No, this is horrible. This is a better ISO.
It's a much better ISO and a much better fold. If it was suited, I like the limp behind.
I think I would
let's do
ISO if
this.
I was gonna play this because you're on cutoff. There's a good chance you're gonna be in position.
Ace three suited, ace four suited. If you decide not, if you want to do, or ace six suited, those all seem like reasonable limps behind.
Yeah.
Ace nine suited seems like a better raise than a limp, but behind, but I wouldn't hate it as a limp behind. I hate ace nine as a limp behind.
Yeah,
All right.
I think this is poor play.
So Larry played badly. Let's see how he gets punished.
This is not unusual. Okay, this is interesting. So okay, so checks. Now it's the question, do we have a bluffing hand? I think these middling cards that are somewhat connected do connect well with 2-7-7. I mean, 2-8-3's got full range.
Yeah.
You've got a sliver of showdown. I don't really need to turn this to a bluff yet.
I agree 100%. All right. So another mistake you made. All right.
Let's watch me compound one mistake here. Turn.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got a caller to this dumb size. Got a hand that now
Got a draw.
we do have a draw.
You got a good
Um,
draw. You do not have the ignorant end. You have an open-ended straight draw to the nuts and to a fine hand. And
And
eight gives
so
you
our argument is that he never has ace king is the argument.
he never has ace king, but also when you hit your king and for your 9-10 jack queen king straight,
Yeah,
ace gives you the 10 jack king queen ace straight. King,
I see your point.
right. And when you hit your 8, you
You're
only
good.
lose to the 9 king.
Yeah, you have a very good point about
Yeah,
this
this
ace
is
doesn't help well.
this is good. This is a fine hand. This is a fine draw now. All right.
He never has ace king. Yeah, I see your point.
And
So now he
bets up
donks
here.
into us. And we're getting 33%, and that's not real. I mean, we have implied odds here, but I would not call this.
Okay. Now, two of your outs are dirty.
Two of our outs are dirty. We like blocking the diamond, but
Yeah.
we just don't. I mean, we've seen this in solver. This
odd.
is obviously not a solvable hand, but it's pretty conservative when it sees these big sizes.
Yeah.
In a straight hand, it kind of it wants to call more with implied odds with flushes, but
Mhm.
with the straight, it's going to give up to this sizing.
Yeah. I like the give up here. The arguments for doing the call is you are drawing, you have 6 outs, you have 3 outs to the nuts. You have 3 outs to the almost always best hand, and you have 2 more outs to the almost nuts and the almost always best hand. But your ace is not a decent out. If you hit an ace, you cannot feel good.
Agreed.
You're deep enough that if you hit any of those, you can easily raise him happily, and that will be great.
We do have implied odds in position,
Right.
but I think the
But-
size is too big.
It's so hard for him to call because when the king comes, you have an ace. I mean, he's really going to call, he's really going to bet into you without an ace when the king comes. He's
Yeah.
really going to call a big bet. So you have implied odds, but you're just not going to be able to realize them. So I think this is a really good fold with all that.
See what Arnold does. He wants to
Oh,
gamble.
once again, Larry makes yet another blunder. All right.
Destroying my life.
And there you go.
Interesting.
Oh, so great. So great.
So our man is now giving us a size that we can call.
Yep.
We really like having a 9 of diamonds.
Yep.
We are the better hand more than 29% of the time here, so we call.
Right. Do we want to raise this?
No, I don't think
I
we do. Not necessarily because our hand strength, but it's very hard to understand what's going to call us that's worse.
Exactly. Exactly.
And our gamble paid off.
Sure. Yeah. And does he call us with his 2 pair to a small raise? Maybe,
If we click it,
maybe.
um,
But did we, yeah,
I don't. He might. I mean, we've got a limper, right?
Yeah.
So you can argue because of what his player class is, we're going to get paid more, but I wouldn't do it this. I mean, I'm raising every flush, but I'm not raising
Yeah.
this one.
yeah,
The
yeah.
flush
raise-
is too good not to raise.
Yeah, raise the flush. Or if the 8 isn't of diamonds.
Yeah, if the 8 wasn't a diamonds, then I think you're in the space for a raise.
Yeah. He has, you're never beaten by the diamonds that he sometimes has here. There are diamonds that he could have here. He could have
Yeah.
here. But also when the diamond isn't there, he, with his 2 pair, is only afraid of straights, not flushes. He's afraid of better 2 pairs and sets, of course, but now there's a whole nother bucket of hands that beat him that he might have to fold his 2 pair to, so hard to get value from.
Yeah.
And I guess to get that value, you can't bet that big. The bigger you bet, the more he folds. So you do some clicky thing and you reopen the action for his flushes. Yuck.
Yeah, no, thank
Yeah,
you.
so I like this. Yeah, I don't like the raise there. Okay.
What's our next project?
Our next project is, if you want, I have 3 live hands.
Yes,
All
I
right.
would love to see some live hands.
All right. So these are going to be 3 live hands, 2 from Friday and 1 from like a week before Friday. They are mixed together. Here we go. And the Friday is the same session where yesterday when we talked about the angle that wasn't an angle. This is that
Yeah.
session.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Here we go. All right. We are,
And it's just another angle story. That's not an angle.
no, this one's not an angle story. This one is this one is, goodbye. I'll leave you there. Okay, here we go. Let's get it to, here we go. Hand replayers. These are all more Scotty mistakes. This is going to be the 10-8 suited, which is going to be this hand right here. Okay.
10-8 suited.
You
Nice.
played on my birthday.
Oh,
Is
I
that
did.
a
Oh, no, this is deuce deuce.
is it Tony G's hand? I forget.
Here we go. Here's the
Oh,
deuce deuce.
Skate, what's it like being 21? Have you had your first beer yet?
Oh, sure. It's awesome.
Happy
Nice.
birthday.
87.
The next day, and then Sunday was my wife's birthday.
What's it like for her to be 21?
She's over there being 21.
Leo gang, Leo.
She's laughing at you. Apparently it's very funny.
True.
All right, here we go. So we
Do
get a
it.
limp. And it's on us.
I think it's an overlimp.
Yep. Over limp is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, on button, you can maybe get a little bit janky, but I think here you just want the overlimp.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Overlimp is
think for
good.
sure. For
I
sure.
agree.
Yeah.
The reasons to ISO is when you ISO, if it works, that's fine. But even when it doesn't work, you can buy position from the button. That's nice.
Now, I have a question for you.
I'm-
Talking about using ISO ranges. My impression with live poker, it might be different at your stakes. People are not interested in folding once they put money in.
Oh, we
Yeah.
get lots of folds. At my lots of limp folds.
So an ISO does generate a fold at your stakes.
Yes,
Wait,
absolutely.
what's-
What tends to
stake is
happen is
this?
this: he limps, you ISO, everyone else folds, and he folds. He limps, you ISO, somebody else calls, he calls.
Got it.
So he's got a hand that he wants to see cheap or multi-way.
Yeah. I think I might be the only guy who has an overlimp range in my club who will fold to an ISO.
Right.
Wait, what's
The other
stake?
people just don't have that button.
Yeah. You were asking, Daniel?
Oh, what stake is this?
This is 3, 5, 10. And the
3,
10.
5,
is-
10.
Yeah,
Okay.
it says 2, 5, 10 because I didn't bother it because you have to change the 2 by hand. So
With,
it's, there's always a straddle in this game. This is
with
a
the
3-blind.
annies?
What?
Is this with annies or
No,
is that a
no
thing
annies.
in live games? Oh, okay, so it's
16.
always a straddle. Okay.
3, 5, 10, and the break is a drop, and the drop is $6, $7. I think it's, and then you assume that you're going to tip $1. So the rake is $7 a hand. So they're gonna all this.
Like pre-flop?
No, on the flop the rake comes in. Pre-flop they rake away $2.
Okay.
And then you get to decide whether you tip pre-flop. A lot of people don't tip if they
No
take a
chop?
blind pre-flop. I do.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
But also I have money, so I
Can you double straddle or like Mississippi straddle?
you can, in this game, you can do a dead 20. There's no
Okay.
Mississippi straddle in this game.
Like,
When
What's
you
the difference between a dead 20 and a straddle again? You told us once.
say it again.
What is the difference between a dead 20 and a straddle? I forget. You
The
told us
straddle,
once.
if it gets limped to him, he can raise.
Oh, he doesn't get position. That's right.
Doesn't get position, but he can raise. When you do the
Yeah,
dead,
so it's just really, it's really a dumb play.
It's like
Oh, it's
it's
the
like
worst.
it's like a blind
it couldn't
right?
it couldn't be
Blind
worse.
bet.
Unless you're trying to do some metagame thing that I don't think is ever worth doing.
If you have like a premonition, you know, that you're gonna get aces.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you should never do it. So, and it is one of the reasons people do it. And the other thing about this, I want to tell you about the straddle in this game. Oh, sometimes people will take the straddle like when they sit down to the table. And the straddle gets to act last, but it doesn't make the blinds act first. So if you did a button straddle here, if you straddled in the hijack, they would skip you. It would go to the blinds and then you would act after them.
Oh, so
That's
it's like
one rule.
Mississippi.
No, because is Mississippi the one where Mississippi I thought is the one where the action starts after you.
It goes around, and then someone could straddle the button. And
I
then
think a
when it
Mississippi
gets
straddle is also another term for a button straddle, isn't it?
Okay. So
well,
there's
you can straddle, yeah.
there are two different kinds of straddles.
Yeah.
There's the button straddle that makes the small blind play first. And that's just misery for the blinds. That's just that's except for the fact that you're paying for it. That's a way to really kill the blinds. But it
Jesus.
costs you money, so I don't think it's worth it. It's better not to do it. But it's the best way to do that bad thing.
Yeah, if you're gonna choose to straddle, just straddle the blind, the
Yeah.
button, and if you don't have the option,
Yeah.
just don't straddle.
Just don't straddle. Yeah. But this is a straddle game. So he limps.
Uh-huh.
I can see the reason to limp behind. But the other thing about this guy is he is a limper who has a large limping range, who limps frequently and has a raising range. So he is crippled.
Splitting range.
Yeah, he's splitting his range, so his range is weak. And so with that in mind, that's what led me to go for the raise, the ISO, as opposed to the limp behind. Both are valid. So that's
Nice
why I did it.
player dependent adjustment.
Yep. And we get multiple calls, just a world of calls.
One time.
Okay, now here's the question. So you get it.
Yeah.
And then this weirdness happens. Bet 105, call.
Yeah, this is an interesting situation. What are you thinking here?
And
Because
look
I
at the
think-
stack depths.
Yes, you're playing, right, that's a good point. You're playing 5 SPR 5 right now.
Right.
So this is a very interesting spot.
I'm
Do we
paying,
want,
if I call,
do we want to hear your
it's
thoughts
100.
first? Or do you want to hear our thoughts first?
do your thoughts first.
So obviously our immobilizing fear is that he's ideally not immobilizing fear, that he is dunking top of range, which are 10s and 8s, which very much are in his range.
Yeah.
He's also betting into you, and you've told the table that you have top of range.
Yeah.
And you've got position here, and you've got a caller behind. This is a very interesting spot. I'm not particularly. I don't think we can just accept set over set here and say, well, that's our fate. I think we have to think about this a little bit differently.
Might have to.
We can see
I don't think-
we see the clear option, the clear beauty of raising here, because we're getting value from his combo draws, which are in here. I mean, I'm talking about 2 combos. His flush draws, which are in here. His naked S10, which is in here. I'm getting, and you have got the call behind. You're totally right.
He's the guy with the most draws.
I
Yeah,
would-
He
That's
has
a good
all
point.
the flush draws here.
That's a good point.
Played.
like it.
I have
It's
been
like-
getting a lot of flack from other guys that I talk to about hands about my passivity. And I think if there's one place not to have passivity, it's here, but it's quite unnerving. Because his range
It's-
essentially says, I can beat your aces and kings and queens.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yes, I think this is a good play.
Right.
I think this is a play without fear. This is a good play.
Right.
I-
And now,
I-
if
yeah.
if 105 jams, are
We
you
are in hell.
considering folding?
I'm gonna make it that answer easier for me. If 105 jams and the short stack calls, I am folding.
Okay.
But if he jams over this here with you, do we know anything about this player in the straddle?
We have no note on him.
He's in the straddle.
He's unknown.
We just have no note. I don't.
Well, the first question are we beating worse when he jams? And the answer would be, we are beating some 10-8.
We're beating 10-8.
We're beating it.
And we are 40, no, we've gotten probably more than 45% against queen, about
Ace.
Jack 9 diamond or 9-7
Ace.
diamond, because we have vote outs.
Ace 10, king 10.
We're also beating Jack, which he can have.
And we also, yeah, you
Jack,
probably, I
Jack.
think we need to call, I think this hand's too strong. I'll have to call off.
Ace,
luckily,
10,
that's not
king
what
10.
This
I mean,
This
there's
guy jams, which is easy.
Yeah, this is an easy call.
you're still ahead of combo. Are you ahead of combo draws,
I'm ahead. Yeah, Jack 7.
or is it like
I'm ahead.
even?
No,
Okay.
you're the favorite of the combo draw with a set there.
Yeah, you
Um,
got
Yeah.
vote outs.
Because against anything, it's like 60% against
Yeah, but
other.
he has to get
but
there.
yeah.
You have to not get there, so it's that times that. I'll show you.
Yeah, because they lose 2 of the flush draw. They lose 2 of the flush draw outs. So
Let's as a team
So it
guess
should be
our
pretty close
equity
to-
here. I think your equity
against a combo draw,
against
probably
the combo
like,
draw is 55%. That's my guess.
Yeah, like 50%.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 55.
51 or
I'm going-
50.
I am going with the combo draw is slightly, and we're gonna give him the best combo draw, not the
Not the ass hand.
not the 8 queen. We're gonna give him the 10 queen and the 10-8. We're gonna give him the best one. And I'm gonna say against the best one that we are more
think it's
than 50%.
I think we're
Like
55.
50 or 51%.
We're ahead. I mean, we have more. Now let's see.
58.
Yeah, in the world, the worst world in the world is queen 10 deuce. That is the worst we could be. 57%. We're kicking his ass.
Wow.
I said 58. I won.
Good job. You killed it.
Well
You killed it.
played.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well played to the skate.
Yeah. We don't want to be against a combo draw, but like that.
Dang, that
the
means you
que-
essentially have the combo. Yeah.
So the question here was, was with this board, knowing this, do you want to do anything that keeps in 2400?
Yeah. I think we
Because you
keep
don't
in
have a
2400 with
diamonds.
tens. Or we keep in 2400s maybe with eights. I think defo we can slow play tens.
You-
I think the eights and twos we want to fast play.
ha-
And
having-
also the
having
other
a-
argument for that is that we're unblocking
I'm going
10x.
10. So I can keep him in by calling, and I can probably keep him in by doing a stupidly small raise.
and then jamming the turn.
I wouldn't use a different raid size than this multi-way.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't.
Yeah.
We
Nice,
don't know
well
that.
played,
We
sir.
don't know what is, we don't
That
know.
guy, oh,
I
that
mean-
person called though, so that's good.
Oh, no, he jammed. He jammed.
Oh,
He's-
okay, that's good.
Sealer,
yeah.
Sealer Limper is on the
Then-
gamble
then
today.
yeah, then they have the draw that's gonna call you anyway. So
He's got that. He's got the.
you're just
Oh.
hoping the straddle has like 10-8, but
Here we go. This is going to be my king 10 suited. All right. So live. Limps, lots of limps live.
Gotta ISO this hand. I don't think this is an
Going to
overlimp.
ISO. No
We're
question.
really early, but we got ISO.
Yep, we're ISOing. We get a call. We get the opposite of ISO. We get many
Jesus.
multi.
Live play, ladies and gents. I like the last hand more.
Yeah.
Okay, checks to you.
ooh.
I kind of like a check.
I like a check too. I think I bet this one, but I think I like a check. What did I do? Yeah, I bet.
It's not too.
So
this is-
argument for checking here is that we are not last to act.
there's no need.
We're gonna gain a lot of information from what Jimmy does. And then on turn, if Jimmy checks through, we're gonna get a lot of information from the people in front. I like a check here.
We deny check raises to the jacks up here. But these guys can check. We do not have the best hand, by far.
I think it's.
I think this is a really good check. I think this
Yeah.
bet is bad.
Is it sorry, I didn't see pre-flop, but under the gun, open
I-
for.
A limp,
This is a
Oh,
limp
okay,
ISO.
okay. I
limp,
see, okay.
ISO, call.
Got it.
These guys, Jimmy's range should be all over this with at least, he should have lots of straight draws here. At least, when he doesn't have a jack and doesn't have a 10. This should be connecting with all of his region. And who knows what this guy's got, but even this guy's region should be kind of like this because he called,
Okay.
he called a 50.
You think they're checking it? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think
I'll
this
just
is a
dig
very
it.
bad, I think this is a very bad idea.
I would have thought like on a turn, like to see if they had a jack, because the jack would bet the turn probably if it was still top pair on the turn.
Yep.
So you could just check it, but I don't know. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the person behind you was gonna.
Check, and then
Okay.
if he bet and it goes fold, you could consider calling once. And if one of these guys calls, you fold.
I mean, you gotta save money if the person behind you was gonna bet bigger.
This is a really bad idea. This is a little bit of entitlement.
Yeah,
Um,
but I don't think it's a blunder.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go really bad on this one, Scotty. I think you're
You
within
could-
your
you could-
reason to
It's
bet
a
here.
mis-
Just because
a
you can
mistake.
get check raised by
Alright, I genuinely
But-
think you gotta check now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. There's no question I'm checking now.
What do you do, Jimmy?
Jimmy bets almost pot.
Jimmy bets pot.
half.
Where do his
Uh,
bluffs come from? Well, some of his bluffs got there. Does he have king? Definitely
No,
has
not-
king, queen in this,
Doesn't
in
have the
this
nut,
flatting
straight, though.
range. He also has less.
He doesn't have
Yes.
queen. He doesn't have queen 8. He's got two pairs here. Jack 10, 9, 10.
So Jack
Got
9
some
does it
queen-
hit
He's got
the?
some king, queen here, maybe suited. Probably not offsuit.
So you're
It's only
drawing
two
to a
call.
queen. You've
Drawing to a
got a
queen
marginal hand.
and a
and he's
10.
potted you.
I'm drawing to a queen and a 10, and a king might be, okay.
What do you know about Jimmy?
Jimmy limps, Jimmy splits his range. He plays, too wide. He's about to go on
Okay.
tilt. And he's gonna take his tilt out on the dealer.
What an asshole.
But there's
He
okay.
doesn't,
Well,
he
I
doesn't
was,
yell at the dealer. He's
I
not,
was
it's a much more passive aggressive, but he is gonna take, that's what's about to happen. But, so he limps in too many pots. He's not dumb. He's absolutely not
okay.
studied,
Just
but he plays a lot. He plays many, many hours.
He's got some
just bad
cheap
bad
poker.
mental game.
Well, I
guess,
think
but,
when we're drawing to four, I guess three
it's
outs to
four
give us the
combos,
nuts, I
right?
think
Or
we call this size. It's very uncomfortable though.
Yep. Parent,
but
yeah.
the two pairs is like I was like look at two pairs. It's really if he was playing suited or
Mhm.
within his range, it's only like four combos.
I'm
like two
behind.
combos.
Yeah. I mean, I'm behind right now. I know that.
Okay. I mean, there is jacks.
You
So,
don't think he
yeah.
has any draw bluffs on him?
Let's talk about his draws.
The draws are really
His draws are
are still pretty
king,
good.
queen, which is there. His draws
Yeah.
are
Queen
9,
8,
8, 9, which could be there, which I don't believe does this.
8, 7.
Does he have any clubs?
It's hard for him to get here with 8, 7.
And even ace ace X suited would have a gut shot.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe not. Queen X would have the open ender, so it's like
His
pretty
queens
strong.
are queen, jack.
Sorry,
Queen-
not
his-
ace X, but yeah.
His queens here, that makes sense. He can have ace queen here sometimes, not very often. He can have king queen, beats me. Queen jack beats me. Queen 10 doesn't beat me. Queen 9. And
Now I think
of those, I think the queen 10 and the queen 9 check behind here most of the
they're
time.
all, yeah, if they're all suited, then it would drop it down a lot, but
Yep.
still a lot now that you mention it, actually.
So this call is probably not great, but I don't hate it. Well, not great.
But
In
you said he
game-
was
Against
tilting.
a street poker player, I think it's a call we
You
make.
said he was tilting though, or about? Oh,
No,
he's
no,
about to
he's
tilt.
about
Never
to
mind.
tilt.
Okay.
He's about to tilt. He's a little tilty at this moment, not very, but he's about to go on
Okay.
tilt, which will tell you what the turn is gonna be, what the river is gonna be. So here's what I thought in game. This I believe was a mistake, and it was a bit of pot entitlement mistake. And it was Jimmy's not gonna stab this very often. And the next card is not gonna be good for me. And if I get check raised, I can throw this away. And if everybody folds, that's great. If I get called, I'm gonna, if I get called from behind, I'm gonna go check on the turn. That was my thought process.
Yeah.
I'm folding to a raise easily. If I get more than one call, I'm done with a hand. And I think it's gonna get checked through a lot. And I don't know that I love that. Although when I look at it now, I don't hate it getting checked through. Cause what cards bother me? I really don't want to see an ace if it gets checked through. But if a queen comes, I don't hate it. If a jack comes, I don't hate it. If a 10 or a queen comes, I don't hate it. So, yeah.
You think? Okay.
Yeah. So that was my incorrect thoughts on the flop. That
Maybe for
my bet is not as bad as you'd think.
it's not enough fold equity. Also, I guess.
I have
it's
fold equity against everybody who's missed. I'm not getting a better hand to fold, but I'm not bluffing. I'm betting for thin value into too many players.
It's hands that would fold anyway. The hands that
But they have equity.
if you
They have equity.
yeah
You know.
if you were denying
Any ace has equity. Right. So he calls. I'm behind. And now my thought process was this. I have a pair and a draw.
Gender.
I have a pair and a draw. That's a lot of outs. I call.
Good shot, yeah.
Yeah, didn't think any further than that. Pair and a draw. I got a lot of outs. I
Yeah,
call.
that's fair.
I mean, the
Um,
draw is that's pretty good.
Also, I mean, we know he's playing a shit ton of cards.
Drawing to
We know
the
he's streety. That would go into my theory here, my thought.
I mean, drawing to the nuts, not straight, essentially.
I mean, a street poker player, I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, is going to usually pounce on perceived weakness.
okay.
Oh, no
But I
queen
guess that's
outs, though.
something that allowed him to call with two players still,
Three.
not that with two players still available to check raise.
You
They're
have a
not-
very good point
they're
that
not still
he
the-
now has a filtered range.
When he called this,
two,
I believe that he's got a little bit of tens, a lot of jacks,
three.
and some good draws.
Yeah. There.
That's what
Yeah.
his range. A little bit of tens, a lot of jacks, good draws.
I'm trying to think if a king dropped here, would it be good for you? Like if he,
It's a little
Like,
dangerous, but I don't hate it. I mean, I got two pair. I beat a lot of his.
they'd have to have a queen nine is only, yeah.
Queen nine,
But
can have an
three,
ace
yeah,
queen,
three clean
oh,
outs on the straight, and essentially a stud straight, and then the 10, you're good. And then,
Oh, you mean if
yeah,
a king
okay.
drops here on the river?
A queen, no, a king drops here on the river,
King on
yeah.
the river? King on the river is not good for me.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
That's the one.
but a 10 is, I like a 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, I do it.
Oh
That's
man,
my
it
thought.
sucks it's a club, but I think I don't, yeah. I think it's
So this is
check.
great. This is great. What do you want to do? You want to check or do you want to donk?
I don't think we donk. I mean, if we donk, what, I mean,
if
a
you have
a
to
donk
make
would
it
shove as hell and
A
it's hard to
fishy
get called
donk.
by worse.
it's- I
And
mean, this
also,
one-
for
you
ace
know, we
jack
think he's
call.
street. Let's see what he comes with.
Right. So this is what I thought in game at this moment. I did not say, okay, sometimes he's got, ace king here that beats me. I did not say some of the flushes beat me. I looked at it and I went, and what I had in my mind was the, peak GTO solver that when it chooses to go check bet call on the turn,
backdoor.
does a lot of checking on the river. And, let's not turn our hand face up and say, I have a king or better. Let's not do that and then see what he does. But I
Yeah.
didn't think it that much through. I was a very, very quick check, and I did it on principle, not
That's
based on
good.
strength.
I think
Also, I
that's
mean, he's
good.
repping a very strong range. He potted time.
He
I
checked
mean, you could
behind
have
set of
sets
jack.
and I was gonna say sets and two
Oh.
pairs.
Yep.
You get check behind sucks.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah. So I had no
but he had
implied.
a set though. I think he would have maybe folded. I mean, it's possible, right? Like
I don't-
you just
He wouldn't fold to 100, but why am I, but 100 is not a
right.
bet.
I think the check is good still.
Yeah.
I would, well, yeah, I mean, let's just go back to first principles here. He has bet pot on turn with his top of range.
Mhm.
And
Because he
I mean, the only donk that so if we're gonna donk into him, our only donks should be our own top of range, and we're not a top of range.
No,
like to me, I was
Oh,
thinking like
we just have a great hand, but it's not top of range.
No.
It's a
like the
great
jack-
hand. It's a great hand that does, as long as it doesn't get raised. And if it gets called, it's often chopping.
Yeah, I think I'll play
Uh,
this the same way.
Okay.
But Daniel,
I-
do you agree, or what do you want to do here?
No, I think the river check was great. Wait, what are you guys no, because I was just thinking I'm not too scared on the river. I just feel like he was betting like if he
I
jammed.
wasn't scared on the river. Oh, sorry, you were
Yeah.
speaking. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, if he jammed on the river or like if you just tried to donk just for value, like it's not like I don't really know what to be scared about. Like he would have for him to keep betting like that, he would need because we're already thinking he has a jack, so jack of clubs. So he would need to have a king jack of clubs, ace jack. I really yeah. And then
Oh, who here is?
that's essentially it. Like the only two
Well, what it
combos.
comes back first
And then
principle here,
sets and two
Daniel.
pairs.
Not to interrupt you, but first principle here. If we donk, what's worse that's calling us, depending on our sizing, there's not much on this run out,
Some two
which
pairs might
is
call.
a
That's my call.
It would have to be a
two-dimensional
really
completer
small.
of draws.
Yeah.
It's hard to know how we have to get called more than 50% of the time with a donk, and I don't think we are.
Well, I don't know Scotty's image, but if it was like, because I feel like it's really forward to a flush or forward to straight is like kind of, it might be overbluffed, but I don't know.
No, I don't.
Like I mean, if it was 100, 200, but I think check's fine. Based on how you described the person, I think check is
It's an interesting hand.
Yeah. So who here, so anybody either say it or put it in the chat. Anybody here who is donking out on the river? And what I just put in the chat, I just put in that the eights call, Jack, Jack and 10-10 often calls, kings always call, ace, king calls and sometimes raises, and your flushes call or raise depending on how high their card is.
the problem is if you
And just random calls too. People sometimes just don't believe too.
Entitlement calls.
Yeah.
The one problem is if they jammed it if you donk and then you're debating whether they jammed because your donk looked weak or because they have it. That's the only problem. So
Other problem is there's just so many hands that they just like are going to check back.
Right.
Especially like even top set, basically they're checking back. You know, you might
I
as
think
well
on
try to get
most-
some money in there thinly. Get called by lots of stuff that they would for sure check back, but is value for them.
What bluff on the turn bluffs the river into my check?
Of some kind of interesting blocker maybe, but
What
not with the
bluff
speaker
on the
player.
turn? So what can you have on the turn that
Under
doesn't get
50
there
maybe?
on the
Queen
river?
X.
Or is-
Yeah, that doesn't need to bluff. It's hard to find any.
Fours with a club.
Yeah. Ace of clubs. Ace of clubs with
I would
ace queen with the ace of clubs? No.
ace
because
three maybe.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
I don't know about
Yeah,
the
I don't
ace.
see it.
Ace X
So,
should just call.
I don't induce
Or
any
should just check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good enough. So that was the thing. And I
Yeah,
was,
you'd have to float it on the flop. Yeah, that's wild.
and that was what I was very unsure of about this hand specifically was, the not betting the river. And obviously when he checks back and I see how strong his hand is, of course,
But
I-
how much do you think you could have gotten? Because I wasn't really, I would have donked, but I don't think you would have gotten too much. Depending on the person.
I clearly, if I did it, I could have gotten $100. I could have gotten $150. Around 300, I think he would strongly consider folding. I mean, the clubs come in, the 4-card straight comes in. What am I
I think
overvaluing there? Nothing.
I think it's not.
I'm not
it's
betting.
not,
I'm not betting 2 pair into a 4-card straight with this. He can only
And
be,
like what bluffs are you getting there with too?
yeah, all my bluffs came in,
The
right?
hero
They all
because you
came in.
called the
Yeah, for the same reason as he has none. So yeah, he calls 100. Anyway, all right. Here's the last hand. Last hand is, the mistake here is going to be, or a mistake here is going to be the timing tell.
Ooh, I like.
So here we are with
like
ace
tells.
4. In the straddle, we get a raise, a call, and a call. I don't want to squeeze here,
No, not live.
and I certainly don't want to fold here.
I mean, can we talk about very quickly your approach let me ask it this way. Do you have any bluff squeezes here?
Very
Hundred.
few at all because of
Hundreds.
this guy, because of how
Okay.
early this is. So
A straddle or
We're in the straddle.
we're in the straddle.
Yeah, I just think my
This is-
opinion is that it's just people are not folding.
No,
I think
no.
it's different in
I'm
your
not-
game, maybe a
no,
little bit, but I just don't have, I've an entirely linear squeezing range here because I just don't think we get enough folds.
I have squeezes for lesser value, I guess.
you could isolate in the button against like certain players.
I guess, yeah, no, I do.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the button's a different story, but
I do have a
Yeah.
bluff here, and this is gonna sound crazy. My bluff is ace king.
yeah,
Ace king's a bluff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like it. That's obviously
Yeah.
a poker meme, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm serious about that. That
Because it's under the gun.
somebody knew that if you know, if your strategy consisted of ace, king, and deuces here, you'd be very easy to play against. You know, most of they know they're safe to play all pocket pairs against you like that. So it's when you have a range of aces, kings, and queens, you're easy to play against. Ace king is a value bluff here.
Yeah.
So anyway, having said that, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I call.
I like it. Hello.
This seems easy.
5 ways. Ooh.
Check. The initial better makes his bet of 65. He bets half pot-ish into, you know, like that. Folds around to us.
You have a myriad of options available to you,
Myriad
sir.
of options.
I think only.
I can raise this and I can call this.
No.
Both are great. I'm not folding.
If you raise, what's your size?
My size here is going to be at least I'm going to raise to at least 280. So I think I'm going to go 315 and fold to a jam.
You wouldn't like pot control and then bluff on the turn or
No, I can do that too. I
river?
can call. He said if you check raise, what's your check raise size?
Oh, okay.
His size is
Yeah.
not small.
Yeah, I like your size. I would have gone smaller, but I prefer your size.
But I do the call.
That's fine.
This 200 is like pot.
5.
Essentially pot.
Yep. Goes check. 8.
You gotta take it.
I'm bluffing, right?
You gotta take it.
Okay.
It went check on the turn?
Then check on the turn.
Oh yeah.
So I'm bluffing.
I think so.
And I don't have to bluff huge because I don't have to get him to fold a
Check.
10 to be profitable or pocket pair. I just have to get him to fold a better ace.
Because he wouldn't check with because he's scared with the 9, you know?
Oh, he's not checking a 9 here.
Or checking just because the straight came in. I still don't think he's
If he's checking something strong,
They would
it's-
still bet.
it's pocket 5s, 9-5, 10-10, or 10-9. Those are the strong hands. I don't think he's checking ace 9 behind ever.
Okay.
Unless he has ace 9 off with the ace of spades. That's a
Ace 9 on. Oh,
that's a, you know.
where you have everything blocked. Yeah.
So I'm gonna bluff this. And I bluff 200, which I think is a fine size.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to bluff? First of all, does anybody not want to bluff?
I mean, the theory is that you're blocking the draws that you want him to have. However, fuck that.
Yeah, I like not bluffing.
Right.
And I mean, the theory is that you don't want to have the ace of spades. But
Yeah.
Maybe
and you have you have a somewhat to slow down, but I like it.
maybe king would be like. I mean, you technically have showdown value, but it's okay. It's like I'd rather take the safe route and bluff.
You're
Okay,
not chopping against a better ace. I like it.
So two things. One is once Daniel said something that I love. He said, I'd rather take the safer route and bluff. I love that you think that bluffing is safer. I'm serious about that. Who said no bluff? Was that you, 1 cent?
Yeah, I wouldn't bluff. If I was gonna bluff here,
bluff.
I would have raised the flop and then blasted turn and river.
Yeah, just I have a 9, I have a 9, I have a 9, I have a 9.
Yeah.
I mean, you played it like exactly 200. I was 200 size the bet on the river. Sounds like
Okay.
This feels like a 9. You know.
Right. Anybody else not want to bluff here? Okay, so you're the only non-bluffer. Anybody who, when they bluff, want to bluff larger or smaller?
It depends on the size of the pot.
Pot
Depends
is
on the player,
three-
but yeah.
Pot is 300. The player is, let me see if my
But
notes.
I think 200 in pot of yeah, I think that was good sizing.
I don't have a note on who the player was.
You could, I mean, I feel like it's an efficient bluff. I feel like if you go bigger, like you're just losing more money in case they had like a strong hand, you know.
Okay. Okay, so we're okay with the size. I like the bluff and I'm fine with the size. What I don't like is this. This is what I did wrong. Check, check, 8, 200, 2 white chips, just 8, 200, and then he tanked. I should not have bet so fast. Because if I have a jack queen, if that's what I was on, a straight
You're gonna
draw,
think about sizing.
Oh,
I would think
yeah.
about sizing. If I had the 9 from the beginning, I would think about sizing. If I had a good 10 and was now value betting, which is reasonable, I would think about sizing.
Was he recreational? I mean, it would work on a recreational, but against a reg, it would be like unless you were trying to level, you know, unless you've leveled them before.
Yeah, that's
But
that's the thing about live, that you not only have to be like consistent on your bet sizing and like protecting your check and betting range, but you also have to protect your obviously yourself and
fast,
yeah.
All right.
fast bets
So
are
now,
usually
here's the other reasons why this was a mistake for me betting fast. I almost always do the same thing at the table. When I decide to squeeze 2 players, I say raise 10, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, and then I put it in the pot. That's what I do.
Mhm.
I take a little bit longer than other people, and I almost always say the number. Almost always. Because I'm considering those sizes. And here, I knew what I was doing, and it was an easy decision. But the values, not as easy a decision. I should have looked at it and said, all right, I'm betting. Give me a second. 300, 200. 205.
yeah.
That's what I should have done.
You can see
And
that.
I didn't. I
And you
casually
you
put in
could
2 chips, and he tanked and called me with
10.
no, God no.
So,
No, God no. He tanked. Queen 8 of
Called you with
spades.
sevens.
Queen 8 of spades.
oh,
Jesus.
And you can see, you know, the only part of his play that was weird was the open of Queen 8 of spades. Everything else makes sense, right?
I hesitate before I finally bet.
So
Just to make sure like
You actually
But it
saved a
depe-
bunch of money by not raising the flop though,
That's true.
yeah, he's not
Well,
folding
well,
Queen 8 of spades.
because then you probably give up river and then you check and he checks and then he beats you still.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
after
hoping a
blasting
spade
the
comes
turn.
down.
Now, if we play it the other way though, if I check raise flop,
Check raise.
bet turn, bomb river, and I don't give up,
Definitely
folds.
folds.
Yeah. But all those lines, while they make sense, the biggest thing that cost me no money to do right, and I've also said it here, and I didn't do it. Which is one of the things that about my play is I talk much better than I play. So after the fact here, I'm very comfortable criticizing you guys. But I'm making much worse mistakes than I'm criticizing when I'm actually playing live. I play
Wow.
better online than I play live.
Yes, everyone.
And so these are the things I'm trying to learn. And that's why I brought this hand to you guys, was that specific mistake.
But Scotty,
Yes.
So much faster
your
in person, you know.
opponents actually live are much worse than online, arguably.
Yes, they are. I'm profitable online. I'm profitable live.
Yes.
I'm more
So
profitable.
that makes up for it. But and I'm
I'm more
also
profitable
a
live than
little
I
bit
am
surprised
online.
you're saying you don't play as well live, considering you've got decades of experience.
Yeah.
Where is that? Where are you coming to that conclusion from?
I think you just got excited, you know?
I'm coming to it from, the reason I say I play live better than I talk is because after the fact, when we do our analysis, I see more of my mistakes. I see things that afterwards, not because of the results, but I see things where I go, well, like this king 10 on this hand. If one of you guys had bet your king 10 here, I would say, you know, I didn't need to see he had pocket jacks. If somebody else had brought this hand and they said, I bet, I go, well, hold on. Let's talk about this bet. I mean, it's not terrible, but let's talk about why a check is better. And yet I made it. I watch myself making mistakes live that I know, you know, that later I know mistakes. Sometimes, not very often, I find myself making mistakes that in the moment I make it, I go, well, that was a mistake. But that doesn't happen as much. It's usually looking back at it.
It's probably
Find
Well,
it
I mean,
confusing when I play live.
it's probably
hindsight
like,
is 2020.
what is
so.
that called? Unconscious competence. Like you've just played for so long, like it's automatic, like driving, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't have to think much until I'm in a tank, you know, in live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I've played decades of poker, not decades of no limit. I played decades of limit poker, and have a lot of confidence in my limit poker play. I've played years of no limit and hundreds of thousands of hands, because of the amount of hands we get online. I have not played. I've not played thousands of hours of no limit live. I'm not to that point. I don't have that. I don't have that level of comfort, experience, and just instinct. I'm still thinking everything through. So, and I make mistakes. So that's why. And I try to bring them here to remind myself not to do them, and also to remind you guys not to do them.
Yeah, we're all learning from each other's mistakes, I hope.
Yep.
That
That's what that was there for. Okay. Friday, what's the talk on Friday?
Yeah,
Friday.
I mean, I'm still quite excited about check raise, but that I might be a little obsessed with it. So
We're doing check. All right. It's going to be check raise Friday. You guys are invited. Same time.
yeah, I want to see you guys on Friday.
9:15 Pacific. Same link.
Oh, I've never been here. Is it same time as today?
Same guys. Yes, same time. Same guys. The only difference is that we announce that we always do a subject. We announce the subject in advance, and we invite you to study the subject that week before and bring hands on that subject. The subject is going to be check raises, and we've been doing check raise flops. So you want to do some check raise turns, maybe?
I have to admit an obsession with check raise flop. I'm not gonna lie.
We're doing check raise. We're doing more check raise flops.
Like us check raising?
Anybody.
Oh, it doesn't
check raise
matter.
flops?
Doesn't
I
matter
love
who it is.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, so the goal is that, so I'm gonna do a lot of work with the trainer on check raise flop this week.
That's a good one. Yeah.
And then I'm going to hopefully take some notes to bring to the table if I'm being motivated, bring to the group. And I'm also going to look inside my database and look for check raise flops. And I'm going to try to do it with population, not just my own check raise flops.
Great.
Oh yeah, one thing, sorry. I've heard like, check raise flop is good because I've heard like you're supposed to be like, most people like become more and more aggressive towards the river, but you should like generally
definitely
be like more, like,
I mean,
they usually.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Daniel. I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was gonna say like you should like people should be check raising more on the flop because usually they just do the turn or the river, but aggression should be more like, more like from the flop aggressive and then less and less aggressive or equal aggressive versus the other way. I think is what I.
So the argument is that we know Solver is telling us we should check raise about 15% of the time. It's very hard for any of us to get there. I'm at 9%. And also the other quick argument is that check raise flop allows us to have, in theory, more checks in flop out of position, which Solver is also telling us is a good thing. There's many counter arguments, but that's the fundamental. That's the first principle of why we need to work on check raise flops.
When you check raise the flop, you also condense the ranges early, so it's way easier to read the hands.
Very good point. 1 cent, 2 cent.
stops them from betting too much too if they think you're not check raising enough.
It
or
takes
something.
away their ability to auto miss c-bet you.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, the other thing about check raise flops is so important is that one of the first things you learn when you get to be a slightly better no limit poker player is to c-bet a lot, right? Is that aggression counts and most hands don't go to showdown, so your cards don't matter. That's the first thing you learn. And so the first adjustment you make with that is whenever you raise flop, you c-bet. And as it turns out, 10 years, 12 years ago, that was the way people taught no limit. They said, whenever you raise the flop, you should be c-betting 100%. It's going to be profitable over time. The next thing you learn is that later people found out how to beat people who c-bet too much. And the answer was you float almost range and then you wait for them to check the turn and you bet the turn on them. It's almost like the Nuffle strategy. It's a version of Nuffle that beats people who bet their entire, who c-bet their entire range out of position. So what the next level you learn is that if you can implement that there are reasons to c-bet, and remember, not everybody knows the strategy to beat it. So c-betting 100% is still probably profitable, not great.
Yeah.
But a robust check raise strategy that includes a polarized strategy of value and bluffs beats that and is the hardest one to play against. That's the next level of it. And so the next level you would do is the one that Larry and I are working on now, is that whenever you bet, when you are the pre-flop raiser and you are called in position, you check 100% of your range. You never c-bet. And then counter with a robust polarized check raising strategy. And people who execute that better than we do have found that it is against better players more profitable than the pure c-bet strategy. And so that's why we're trying to learn it. And
I think it heads up this topic.
Right. And is it more profitable against the population at 510 and not the population at 2550? We think it is. We don't know. We think it's more profitable. And what I can tell you is that now, having worked on it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, where I'm literally 100% checking out of position in that situation, just so I can try to check raise, I have not regretted it.
That's another piece I'm going to add to the puzzle. I am going to, when I play online for the rest of the week, I am going to check OOP and SRP here.
Yep. Just do it.
Good addition.
Yeah. And see how bad you feel. And yes, you're going to lose some hands that you would have won with your old c-bet strategy, because there are going to be some jump balls they're going to take from you. And you're going to lose some hands that you would have won in your old strategy because they're going to get there on the turn with their stupid pocket fives that they would have folded. That's going to happen. But also, all the jump balls that you beat with the bluff part of your polarized range,
Yeah.
you're going to win bigger pots with, because they put in a bet.
Good point.
And also, when you continue, you're going to get folds that your c-bet strategy wasn't going to get. Consider if you play the turn in the river right, because you look strong.
If you
And
just
with
want
pocket range, you're going to make more money because the pot's going to be bigger. So those are the good things. We know the bad things. Daniel, you were going to say.
If you guys want to accept my prop bet where I VPip 80 and then check raise every flop and win half the time, let me know. 10-1.
All right. See you guys.
All right. Friday it is, gents. Thank you, as always, to Scotty.
Thanks, everybody.